unmatched array of business solutions adaptable to any business. Ocus is a superb example that cutting-edge technology can grow and prosper in Marion County. And I should know because they handle my website, ktforfun.com. Ocus has assisted numerous companies in Marion County that have succeeded online. You can learn more by visiting them online at ocus.com. That's OCOOS.com, or drop by their downtown Ocala location at 116 South Magnolia Avenue. Find out how Ocus can provide your business with everything you need to succeed online.
When you were a kid, you had all sorts of toys. Toy cars, boats, trucks, entire toy boxes full of fun. Of course, you never really outgrow your toys, do you? It's just that now, instead of a box full, you have a garage full. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, and more. As you get older, your love of toys just gets stronger. So protect those toys the best way possible by switching to Allstate. An Allstate agent can help do the switching, paperwork, bundle all your policies together, and even find you a bunch of discounts. So if you love your toys, make sure you protect your toys by making one call to an Allstate agent.
Protect all your toys with Allstate and the McDonald Agency. Established in 1985, we have offices in Ocala and the Villages to better serve you. Give us a call at 622-2333. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Are you in good hands?
They say diamonds are always a girl's best friend. April is Diamond Month at Goss & Son Jewelers. Check out their Tacori engagement and bridal sets and beautiful diamond anniversary band. Hand-selected by the Goss family, Teddy and Jerry Goss and Cammie McLeod. You can choose these beautiful diamonds just for you or your loved one. Visit Goss & Son Jewelers downtown on the square and let the diamond consultants help you select a one-of-a-kind piece. Goss & Son, downtown for 65 years.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Yesterday they shook hands. Today, President Obama and Cuban President Raul Castro are expected to meet on the side at the Summit of the Americas.
White House advisor Ben Rhodes claimed that the Cuban people are better off since the president announced his Cuba policy change in December.
In terms of the people who were released from prison, in terms of their optimism for the future.
Rhodes failed to mention that in the past 4 months, Cuba, according to human rights groups, has arrested well over 800 political activists.
Fox Radio's John Decker in Panama City. In San Bernardino, California, 10 deputies placed on leave. They were seen on video beating and kicking a man after they had tasered him.
There's some information that he may have been kicking at one point. Regardless, at the end of the day, it appears to be excessive.
County Sheriff John McMahon. The suspect had fled by car, then on a stolen horse. The video was taken by a local TV helicopter. Fox News, we report, you decide.
From Progressive here on a road trip with Bob, who owns a dry cleaning service.
Well, it's not really a road trip. We're only going a mile.
In a mile, you can save money on your commercial auto insurance with discounts like Safe Driver, Business Experience, and Paid in Full.
Nice.
So, expert to expert, how would you get a large mustard stain out of white cotton?
Why?
Just planning out our road snacks.
We're only going a mile, Flo.
I can eat a lot of hot dogs in a mile, Bob.
Good point.
Discounts to save your business money. Visit Progressive.com to learn more. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You're running your business, and we at Wix.com know things can get stressful. But creating your website doesn't have to be. With Wix, you can create a professional website all by yourself. It's easy and free. You don't have to be a programmer. Just drag and drop everything into place. It's your website, your style. Show the world what you can do. Go to Wix.com and create your own stunning website today. It's easy and free.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit Geico.com for a free rate quote. All right, big link as we get you set for the draft April 30th. It's coming up.
It's coming up, bro.
2 weeks from Thursday. How nuts is that? What?
2 weeks from Thursdays. Yes, that's right.
Or 3 weeks from last Thursday. Even though it's closer. I like to say it's 2 weeks from this coming Thursday.
Oh, I love you.
Will be the NFL draft live from Chicago.
Chi-town.
I want to be there. With the second pick into the NFL draft, the 2015 draft. I love that stuff. I love all the pomp and circumstance. And I know we argued last week about guys being there.
Yeah.
I still to this day don't know why you wouldn't want to be there.
Why? It's a circus.
It's like the Oscars.
It's not like the Oscars. Not even close.
It's like the red carpet.
Whatever.
Why would you want to walk the red carpet and give Roger a hug?
That's just it.
Come on, man.
Come here.
You want to be in the Oscars?
Let's chest bump. You know, I love you, man. I love you. I'm going to make so much money off your butt.
We're not smoking any weed, man, or
that's exactly right.
Out.
That's exactly right. I don't care who you
No,
are.
but come on. You got to be there.
No, you don't.
Would Bradley Cooper miss the Oscars?
Bradley Cooper, he won one, right? So he has to go back now, right?
No, but he doesn't have to go. He goes.
It's the place to be if you're a star, okay? That the Oscars are. Please,
come on. Why would if you're Jameis Winston, grandmom or no grandmom? Listen, it's the draft. It's the red carpet.
It'd be just as well received if it's sitting at home on my couch.
You're Mariota, and I get this beautiful Hawaii sunsets.
I'm chilling. That's exactly right.
But come on, man. You should be in Chicago.
Why?
Because that's the Oscars. It's akin to the Oscars. It's the idea of the red carpet.
Please.
It's a celebration. You're not going to be there.
Put on a suit and go sit at a table. Yeah. Woo, it's a lot of fun.
And then you walk up with the hat. Give me the hat.
You walk up and somebody you don't know, you don't like, is going to sit there and hug you and chest bump.
Well, you don't know.
Like
you don't like him. You
don't know him. He's going to chest bump you like he's your long lost buddy, and we go way back, and so fake.
Well, you don't think the fakeness that goes on in the Oscars?
Hey, usually when somebody wins an Oscar, and let's say John Travolta introduced, they're either fans or you're a fan of theirs. Who's a fan of Roger Goodell?
I'm sorry, I need to digress for 2 seconds. Can I digress for 2 seconds? I know we just started at the top of the hour. I just need to digress for 2 seconds, and then. But later on, dude, did you see the Scientology? Did you see that documentary by HBO?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God!
I guess I got to watch it now, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of John Travolta, you have to watch the whole Scientology.
I was only using him as an example because I know that the Oscar they have stars present the award to other.
Well, no, and he's insane. I mean, he's crazy.
Right? Yeah. Well, yeah. Him and Tom Cruise.
I mean, he's crazy with the kissing. Yeah. He's nuts, right?
Right.
But the Scientology documentary of HBO is unbelievable. I mean, it's frightening.
Check it out. Oh wow!
You're gonna look at Tom Cruise and go, "Ooh, I'll stay on this side." All right, hey Tom. Good to see you there, dude. What's the last good movie you made? All right, stay over there. Hey, little guy, stay over there, little guy. I mean, seriously,
right?
It's crazy. The whole thing is insane. You have to watch this documentary. It's amazing. Also, coming up, I got to tell you about another HBO show that you should be in. All right, I'm going to tell you about it later this hour.
Game of Thrones
coming up
tomorrow.
What's that?
Game of Thrones tomorrow.
Is tomorrow the premiere?
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. Your Khalees is coming back. Telling you.
For those who don't know, Big Link is a big-time Middle-earth man.
The fantasy geek. I can't help it. I'm a geek.
Are you caught up? I'm not caught up.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not caught up. I have to Netflix it. And matter of fact, I know, Jen. I'm up in San Francisco. The lovely Jen is helping me produce the show here. I am not caught up. I have to Netflix it. I just finished the House of Cards for the season, and I'm now move over to the Game of Thrones.
Well, you like Game of Thrones, right? I mean,
I do. I do.
Yeah.
I know. I'm. It's bad. Trust me. I don't have to tell me. I missed more than half of last season, and I got to get refresh myself with everything. So that happened.
All right. Well, you have to do that.
Yeah, I know. I got a lot of work to do, but I will be watching it. Well, actually, I'll DVR it tonight. I'll catch up. I'll binge watch, catch up, and then I'll be ready to go.
All right, make sure. Oh, okay. Also, and I got to hit you with that one show, and then coming up in about 8 minutes or so, about 10 minutes, we're going to be talking to Bob Nightingale. So Bob Nightingale is a terrific baseball writer for the USA Today. So we want to talk to him about the first week of baseball. So last night you had one of those epic Yankees-Red Sox game, and then they're playing again in 2 hours. And the game ended at 2:35 in the morning Eastern time with a Sox win.
Right.
And I know people around the country hate those two. And I get it. I don't know. I'm sure you would hate Red Sox Yankees because they take up all the space. Like in that sport, they take up all the space.
Yeah.
And they've done it for so long. You're like, oh, no, Red Sox Yankees. And they're constantly on. But they are thrilling. I mean, you know, you have that kind of game last night.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, how can you put a price on it? It's exactly the shot in the arm that you need if you're baseball and you're trying to make a splash early in the season to get people involved.
Yeah, it is. I got to tell you, it's interesting. And I know much to your liking, the Cubs are off to a slow start. I'd like the Cubs.
No, it's not. Look. The Mariners, I said, are off to a slow start. I mean, they just got thrashed last night by the A's, 12-0.
Yeah, well, a Kid Walker, who's supposed to be a stud, got rocked.
Right.
Taiwan.
So, I mean, yeah. So, look, I'm right there with you. All I can test the fact is it's early in the season, so anything could still happen. With
well, it's the first week. Did you watch much baseball? Were you into it?
No, you know me. I'm not. This is still basketball time, so I'm catching up on basketball.
Yeah, but you get into the. I always get into the newness of each sport. Like when sport comes back, I go, I missed it.
Yeah.
And what I do is I go overboard and watch it. I was watching Padres Giants last night. Great game.
I'm a little excited for the opening days that start on the weekend. I don't like getting an opening day that starts on a weekday. I don't. And it's hard for me to sit down and watch it. And to me, this is
I'm saying, but like this week, did you get involved?
A little bit. To answer your question, a little bit, not much. And I'm not a big baseball until we turn the page out of basketball. I'm concentrating on basketball. What a great Final Four we had.
Let me ask you, because this is interesting. Because as a sports fan, now I miss the sport when it's away, right? So I look at it like. So when baseball comes back, I'm like, oh, wow, baseball, baseball. And, I miss it. And so I want to watch. So I've caught a few games. I watched, Matt Harvey throw 97. Wow, he looked incredible. Mets over the Nats the other day watching Harvey pitch. I get into that. I miss the sport. Like right now, I'm missing football a lot.
Of course you are.
So that's why the draft is like a fix.
Right.
Do you miss sports or you because it seems like you just, after basketball, then I'll go to baseball.
It's almost like to me, I don't necessarily miss it. I'm into it when it's time, when it's its turn. I'm getting more into basketball. As I said, we had a great tournament, capped off with a great national championship game. That was Monday. That's what started out my week, not opening day baseball. That didn't start my week out. And now we talk about the great playoff.
Oh, I got to ask you this too, dude. I got to ask you about, because I got into a vicious argument with someone who was ripping Bo Ryan because Bo Ryan took a shot at the refs.
Oh. There's a few things Bo Ryan did wrong in that game, in my opinion, but hey.
Well, no, but I want to ask about that because I thought the game was ref poorly. I mean, it was a Duke second half. Well, was it not?
Bo Ryan, it's true, but to me, Bo Ryan.
So why can't Bo Ryan talk about that?
I don't know what the argument was. We'll have to, other than the fact that it was poorly ref. There's a lot of games you could say poorly ref.
All right, but it's the championship game. I want to run this by you a little bit later on.
Okay.
But first we get to baseball with Bob Nightingale. We're the fellas, and of course, fellas are brought to you by Geico. What does it mean when Geico says just 15 minutes can save you 50% more on car insurance? It means you probably should have gone to geico.com 15 minutes ago. So we'll come back. We'll talk to Bob Nightingale, a little baseball, and then I got to hit a link with the new HBO show he needs to star in, and he settles the argument I've had with someone over Bo Ryan. We're the fellas, Lincoln Kennedy, Anthony Gargano, right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Golf in the spring.
Let's go while we're young.
Can only mean one thing. The Masters.
Hello, friends.
We cover it for you.
We are Fox Sports. Things aren't the same as they were when Geico started saving people money over 75 years ago. We didn't have reality TV. Back then, it was just reality. The most exciting thing that ever happened was when Jimmy got his head stuck in a gopher hole. And trust me, that's not a show anyone would binge watch. Yep, we didn't have much entertainment, but switching our car insurance to Geico was pretty exciting.
Geico, saving people money on car insurance for over 75 years.
Are you a truck driver looking to advance your career? Become an owner-operator with Schneider. Pick your loads with Schneider's van percentage lease, or choose from a variety of mileage-based lease options. Gain access to the industry's leading freight base and save big on business expenses with Schneider's buying power. Learn more and lease on as a team or solo owner-operator with Schneider at SchneiderJobs.com or call 800-28-LEASE. That's SchneiderJobs.com or 800-28-LEASE.
What would an extra $250 a month mean to you? For some, it's a little financial breathing room. For others, it's a car payment, a home repair, or help with college tuition. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I've got some great news if you're looking to save money on your mortgage. All it takes is a simple phone call to Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. Folks who refinance with HARP can save an average of $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year. Our home loan experts fully understand the HARP guidelines, and they'll walk you through our streamlined process. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And this year, for the first time, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states and MLS number 3030.
Chip, you never cease to amaze me. What in the world are you building with all those sticks and cardboard?
Well, Mr. Marketing Guy, I'm making signs to announce the great lease offers at Ford Lincoln of Ocala and Village Ford of Bellevue.
Really? What do you plan on calling it?
Sign and Ride. Get it?
That's not how it works. Sign and Ride is all about fantastic lease offers on Fusions, Escapes, Fiestas, Explorers, and remaining 2014 Focuses.
Wait a minute. If I understand correctly, Sign and Ride would mean 0 down payment?
Right.
0 first month's payment?
Right again.
And 0 due at signing?
Now you're on the right track. Don't waste time. Head to Ford Lincoln of Ocala and Village Ford of Bellevue today and see how easy it can be to drive off in America's favorite brand.
And if you're planning to buy a new Ford, 0% financing for 72 months on select new 2015 Fords.
Whether you buy or lease, now's the best time to head to Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue, your family of Ford dealerships where we've got what it takes.
Not all buyers or models qualify for sign and ride offer or 0% financing. See dealer for complete details.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license?
At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Call today. 861-7484.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
When you miss your favorite show,
that's bad. That's really bad.
Relax. There's no need to go crazy.
Are you mental? That was a definite crazy one right there.
Just podcast it. It's real easy.
This is a simple solution.
Go to foxsportsradio.com. foxsportsradio.com. Click listen.
Listen.
Then click podcast.
Everything neatly falls into place.
All of your favorite shows are just a click away.
We are Fox Sports.
They are high-fiving on pit road.
Today on Fox.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is live from Texas Motor Speedway for the Duck Commander 500.
Race day gets you started at 6 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1.
Don't miss the race live at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Only on Fox.
Malice.
Fox Sports Radio, we are the fellas. That man right there is Anthony Gargano, known as Lincoln Kennedy. And let's go out to the Progressive Celebrity Insurance Hotline and talk, bring in Bob Nightingale, who writes MLB reports for USA Today. Good morning, Bob. How you doing?
Yeah, doing great. How about you guys?
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, let's jump right into it because, it's been a pretty interesting week. Cuz and I were talking about it last segment about, some of the opening days and some of the first week excitement. Other than, I guess, maybe it might be Adrian Gonzalez's home runs. It might be some of the like last night's epic game of 19 innings. What stood out to you after week one?
Well, it's only team-wise the Braves. I mean, this is a team that's supposed to be absolutely terrible, rebuilding. And here they are, playing great, undefeated. So that's been a huge surprise. And probably a huge surprise, too, on the other end is just the Chicago White Sox not only being winless, but, playing some terrible baseball.
Yeah, Bobby, and they can't score. They can't hit. What's up with their lineup? It's
amazing. That's a good lineup, too. I mean, a very good lineup. And, just playing very sloppy, and the pitching has not, been good. They do have Chris Sale coming back. But, yeah, they need to get things going before they're before the season starts.
Yeah, it's weird, though, guys, because Bob's been covering baseball a long time, been around this game. And, the first couple weeks can really lie to you. The first couple weeks, and we, of course, exaggerate because, it's what you're into the game, want to talk about it. And so the first couple weeks can really lie. So let's look at a couple things, Bob. Let's play a little game. What's real and what's a lie, okay? So I'll ask you, the Cubs' slow start, is it real or is it a lie?
I think it's real. Not to say they're going to be below 500. I think they will be around 500. But I think it's real that they're not going to contend for the division title. That's real.
All right, the Rockies being 4-0 and playing real good ball, real or is it a lie?
That's a lie. We went through this last year, too. And I feel like we go through this a lot with the Rockies. So, sooner or later, everything catches up with you. Cargo or Tulo will get hurt, and reality sets in. So, yeah, I don't believe in the Rockies.
Lincoln, you want to give some real or lies to Bobby?
San Diego Padres, real or lies?
They're real. They're going to be in a dogfight all year with the Dodgers. I mean, a little slower start than I thought, but I think they hang in that race all year long.
How about the Brewers? Winless Brewers to start the season.
I thought that was a team that could go either way. That they have 1 year left in them, or they go down. It looks like they're going down, playing bad baseball. Now everybody's on the hot seat already. So it looks like it's going to be a long season there, really, before it even starts.
Bob Nightingale, USA Today on the Progressive Insurance Celebrity Hotline. Bobby, tell me this. The Reds bullpen, which looked real good and helped them in close games. Chapman's been terrific the first week of the season. Is that real or is it a lie?
I think that's a lie. I just don't see them being that good. The starting rotation is pitched well so far. I can't see that lasting. I don't think they have the pitching. So they're on the starting pitching. That bullpen's going to get worn down in a hurry.
I got to ask you about the Royals. There were a lot of people who were thinking that this was going to be a sort of a rebuilding year and not be what they were able to do last year. Off to a hot start. Your thoughts on them?
The playing with a chip on their shoulder. I love it the way they're playing. It's almost like nobody's picking them. I think the last year was a fluke, and they're telling people, you know what? Go and believe what you want. Last year was for real, and jump on the bandwagon now. So no, I think they are real.
Bob, I got to ask you about the Nationals a little bit because I know they're a little banged up, but I hate their lineup. Their lineup is pretty weak.
Yeah, I'm with you. When everybody's jumping on that Nationals bandwagon once again, saying, "Oh, it's a runaway division. They're going to win 100 games." I didn't see it either. Yeah, they got some great starting pitching, but the lineup is real banged up, and we'll see. I mean, usually they don't underachieve until October. They're underachieving right now in April.
I think everybody fell in love with the Nationals because that division is horrific. Now, I know the Braves are 4-0. I think that's kind of a lie. But that division's a bad division. I mean, you look, the Marlins blow a 7-run lead last night and have to come back and win. But that's just a bad division, top to bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Marlins will be near the end. I think they'll contend for a division spot, certainly a wild card. So I think they're underachieving right now. And, maybe the Mets are better than I thought. We'll see. But, it is not a strong division. Not as weak as the AL East, but maybe the second weakest.
You can follow Bob at B Nightingale, and his Twitter handle is B Nightingale. Bob, I got to ask you something. Well, I don't know if you're a lot like me when it comes to sports or preference, but when you watch baseball this early after coming out of spring, generally what do you look for? Because you can't really play much credence in those teams that start out hot or the teams that start out cold or whatever. Everybody's got their favorites. It's such a long season when it comes to baseball, unlike any other sport that we have. What do you look for in the early outings?
Yeah, really not a whole lot. I mean, you're right. You just come out of spring training. You got to wait for things to develop. I mean, you're not going to run down to Atlanta and do a story how the Braves are rebuilding wing at the same time. You just got to let things happen and then wait for something to develop at least a few weeks into the season. But yeah, it's almost like just a intrigued about teams like the White Sox and the Padres who really remade their teams and the Marlins to see how strong they get up, go out of the gate, those type of things.
Bobby, you brought up the Mets a little while ago, but now I watched Harvey pitch the other day. Oh, my God. I mean, he's throwing 97, just popping it. I mean, and then he backs up with that curveball. Man, he looks incredible.
No, you're right. I mean, this guy, with Jeter gone now, he may be the face of baseball in New York. Certainly, he's the most exciting thing going on either team. If the Mets stay in this thing, the Mets can, be the team in New York after all these years. To be the exciting team. But yeah, I would think the days that Harvey pitches, it might be like the days of Doc Gooden.
Yeah,
where a whole lot more people show up at the gates just to watch him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I'm saying. How far is Sarsgaard from coming up? I mean, are they? Because they have all those. Because I know Wheeler's out for the year with his arm injury, but they have all that young pitching. What's their status?
They don't want to rush them, but if there was a need, they'll bring them up. I think right now they're probably, waiting for at least halfway through the season and see what happens, if not later. But, if you have a chance to go for it and win, you'll say, you know what, let me see that these kids are ready and bring them up right now.
Did you see the A's, what they did to the Mariners last night? I've been impressed with Sonny Gray so far, man. Your thoughts?
Sonny Gray is don't really pay attention because, on the West Coast, the games aren't starting until 10 o'clock Eastern time. But, yeah, he's a phenomenal young pitcher. And, the A's have been funny. It's either they're blowing somebody out or they get blown out. And I think they only have either. I think maybe just one close game. Everything else is decided by 9 or 10 runs either way.
Well, I thought the kid Walker I kept waiting for him to pitch for the Mariners, and he just got rocked right from the jump.
Yeah, and here's a kid that was the best pitcher in the Cactus League all spring. I'm not sure about his last outing, but before that, he only gave up like 4 or 5 hits the entire spring and a 0 ERA, and absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, something like that shakes your confidence. It's like, okay, this guy was kind of on the bubble going to spring training. He won that job, but a couple outings like that, he's going back to the minor leagues.
In your opinion, how long does it take, Bob, to sort of figure out what type of team you have? Like for me, when it comes to football, it's like the first 4 games. After the first month, you kind of know what you do have. Can you say around 30, 40 games for baseball?
Yeah, I would say right around Memorial Day mark.
Okay.
Give you 2 months in or close to 2 months, and then you kind of know, like, okay, and if the team's terrible his first 2 months, good chance it's going to stay that way, and vice versa. But yeah, you can't make any rash judgments right now. But some of these teams have got to start winning. And like I said, the White Sox, there's got to be a little bit of panic setting in, just because not only lose them, but the way they've been getting beat.
Well, Samardzija is going to start for them today. They got the Twins again, and the Twins finally scored. It was a shock, but they finally scored yesterday. But they
should have kept the game baseball, right? That was the first earned runs. I mean, they scored 1 run in Detroit, but that was an unearned run. So those are the first earned runs of the year.
It was amazing, man. I got to think today. Now Pelfrey's pitching for the Twins, but I got to think today that the White Sox break through and win today.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, then Chris Hill starts tomorrow. Then you get your rotation back in order in some semblance. But now I'm sure there's going to be some guys pressing. The White Sox too. I think it's a kind of a bandwagon town for the White Sox. Is like, if you don't win, the fans aren't going to show up. So I'm sure the White Sox, that's why there's got to be some panic upstairs, because they will not come out to a USL or to watch a losing team or even a mediocre team.
No, they won't. They won't. All right, last thing, I'm just curious, right? Out of all the stories in baseball, let's look at the top 3 things that have you captivated, Bob Nightingale, as a man that's been covering baseball for a long time, knows the game inside and out.
Well, it's certainly Harvey is right there, almost on top of that list to see what he can do. He loves the pressure. He loves the nightlife. He's a guy that's fascinating not only on the field but off the field. The same way as A-Rod. Very fascinating to see how he'll do. I mean, will this guy bounce back and be able to hit 25 home runs, or will he be a shell himself? Those 2 guys stand out the most, and then probably one of those free agents. That signed a big contract. Whether it's with the Nationals, doing that. Can Scherzer, be that guy? How about with the Padres? Will one of those guys stand out? How about will Upton in a free agent year? Will he have a huge year? So kind of guys are about to become free agents or just became free agents.
That's great stuff. Bob, awesome. As always, must read. You want baseball, you got to go to Bob Nightingale. He'll give it to you. Great stuff, Bobby. Thank you.
Sure, my pleasure. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Bobby. Bob Nightingale, what a great guy, too, from USA Today on the Progressive Insurance Celebrity Hotline. We'll come back. I want to follow that up a little bit. Then I have to give Lincoln his show. And then he needs to settle this little Bo Ryan thing with me. But first, ILO, what's trending, my brother?
Anthony, 21-year-old Jordan Spieth reigned over the first 2 days of the Masters. He's got a 5-shot lead and is a record 14 under through 36 holes.
It's cool. Anytime you can set a record here is pretty awesome, and I'm very excited about today and way I struck the ball.
Cool and awesome. Tiger Woods made the cut at 2 under par overall. Today, Woods tees off at 1:15 Eastern, Spieth at 2:55 Eastern. In the NBA Friday night, the Spurs held off the Rockets 104-103 for their 10th straight win, dropping Houston from the 2 seed to the 6 seed in the West. Memphis pulled out an 89-88 win at Utah. The Grizzlies are now in second place by half a game over the Spurs. And at baseball Friday night, the Red Sox defeated the Yankees 6-5 in 19 innings in a game that lasted 6 hours and 49 minutes. I'm Isaac Lowenkron, breaking sports news as it happens.
One is on.
Fox Sports 1. I know you want me, you know I want you. America's new sports network.
Go to foxsports1.com to find the channel number for Fox Sports 1 in your area.
All right, welcome back to the fellas. Lincoln Kennedy, Anthony Gargano coming to you live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. 15 minutes can save you 15% more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. So Big Link. This is interesting because he's looking at Bob Nightingale. We're talking about baseball and kind of how it all starts. What has you? What's the one thing? Because you're a guy that really starting to get into the sport a lot recently.
Certainly.
You get the kids playing, the little boys are playing.
Yep.
What do you got? Like, what's kind of in your? I got to see this. I got to get your baseball bucket list for the year.
Well, it's hard because I'm not an early goer at it. You know, that's one of the things I was talking to Bob. It's so hard to make speculation when a team jumps out 4-0 or whatever, and you know is playing out their gore. How much credence do you put into where they're going to be? And baseball is the ultimate marathon, so I don't get my hopes up too early in the season. I agree with Nightingale when you talk about, you know, around Memorial Day is when they kind of think about it, because as basketball playoffs are heating up and the finals are about to come, that's when I start paying a little bit more attention to baseball. It really picks up for me at the end of June. That's when I'm really paying attention because I want to get my true fix in before the All-Star break, ride the All-Star break. Take that to training camp. You know I don't put too much emphasis in training camp and preseason football, so that's taking me to all through August.
No.
Yes.
No,
that's me. Pay attention to preseason football.
You love preseason football.
Whatever. You already know better than that. You twist your lips and say something like that.
All right, speaking of football, dude, you do this new show that's coming on HBO?
What's that? What is it? What do you mean?
It's called Ballers.
Ballers.
Yes, and here it is. It's about former football players, professional football players. And you know who the main guy is?
Who's that?
The Rock. So it's a look at the lives of former and current football players. Ballers follows former superstar Spencer Strasmore, who's The Rock, as he stabilizes his retirement life with mentoring other current and former players in the ways of the football business. What do you think of that? Are you in? You should be on that show.
The Rock didn't really have any pro career. How's he going to mentor people? He was a wrestler.
No, but he played football at the University of Miami, and he played for the USL or the CFL.
So he wasn't a professional football player. He was a wrestler.
Yeah, but but it's an HBO show. I'm not saying it's real life.
He's a wrestler.
What do you think? You in?
About that's the equivalent of no, let me be nice. Let me stop. Yeah, no, I'm not. I have to check it out. I have to see. It doesn't carry.
It's supposed to be like Entourage.
What's up with Lincoln just dishing out all these violations today?
I didn't dish out a violation. I look.
That sounded like you were trying to dish out a violation.
No, because here's the thing, Ryan. It's like when he throws these show topics at me. Now, he was a big Entourage fan. I never got into the show, so we never really saw eye to eye on that. But he throws out these show topics to me, and it's like, okay, I see the basis, but I'm like trying to carry much where to me this show would have been better received if it was somebody like Ray Lewis or Kurt Warner who's fresh out the game.
No, but it's like not it's a scripted show. It's not a it's a scripted not a reality show.
Oh, okay.
It was. I just read you what I read you was the.
Was it like anger management? Anger management for jocks? Is that what it is? That type of thing?
No, it's about a dude. Basically, The Rock plays a guy who was a former star football player. He's now in retirement, and he's going to mentor current players. So basically gets him involved in the game.
I just have no confidence in somebody who played. I have no confidence who played somebody who played
series.
Well, somebody played the Tooth Fairy. It just doesn't care. That sits in my mind.
You take things a little wrong. You're like, no, I can't see The Rock as that guy. No, you're not interested in this at all?
I have to see it. I'm going to have to check it out.
It's funny.
It doesn't sound
when I tell you about the TV series on HBO, you automatically think that it's going to be a reality type of show.
That's what I thought you were saying, or you're coming with. But, I mean, you say it's a scripted show. It's like Entourage. I never got into Entourage. I'm going to have to see how it plays out.
Yeah,
I'll give it a chance.
I don't understand how in the world you didn't like Entourage.
I never got into it. It's not I didn't like it. I just never got into it.
Yeah, but you watched an episode, I presume.
Yeah, because they had old girl from Sopranos on there, and I used to like her. What was her name?
Meadow Soprano. Right?
Meadow, yeah, Meadow, yeah, whatever her name was. She was sexy.
Okay. Beyond Meadow. What didn't you like about the show? Like, I don't understand why you didn't like it.
It never struck a chord. It never struck a chord with me. I never got into it. I saw some of the characters, the Turtle and those guys, and saw some, and I don't think I ever watched a full episode. I saw bits and pieces of it. It just never caught me.
What didn't I don't understand.
I don't know how to explain it.
Dude, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Did you like Entourage?
Okay, I didn't watch like every single episode, like start to finish, but I have watched a fair amount of episodes, and I thought it was very good.
But you didn't watch the whole series?
I did not watch the entire series. But
really?
I don't know. The like one of the few shows that I watched start to finish because I was like addicted to it was Breaking Bad. That's
a great show.
That's about the only show that I've really watched, like episode 1.
So you're not a TV man? Is that what you're saying?
I don't watch very many shows. I try to watch as many games and stuff as possible.
But see, that's the thing. If it had you, you said it was very good, a very good show. To me, that would almost mean that you would watch it from start to end, or you be in the seasons. The Sopranos, House of Cards, Breaking Bad. When I started binge watching Breaking Bad, I had to catch up because then I knew whatever I was into it. I just never got into Entourage. It didn't do it for me.
I don't understand what you did. Jeff, Boston Jeff, are you around, Boston Jeff?
I'm right here, and I saw every episode. I'm your saving grace.
Thank you. Bless your heart.
I'm here for you. Don't worry, Aunt.
Thanks, brother.
We're not alone. I mean, there were a lot of people who liked the show.
What's I'm saying?
We got a lot of listeners
but I don't
like
understand why you wouldn't like it. Like any dude, maybe because you lived it. I don't know.
No, it's not.
You basically lived Entourage. So Jeff and I were losers. So we didn't live it. So sorry, Jeff. But
no, it's accurate.
So we go, wow, wouldn't it be cool if you and your 3 friends to go in L.A. and be a part? Like, that's what it is. All right. It's a stupid question for me. Why I even asked you? Because you're right. I remember you telling me stories.
Come on, cuz.
You and Tiger and Jordan, hanging out. All right, well, Jeff and I, we're like us. Like, we're not hanging with nobody. We're hanging with Ryan. You know what I'm saying? There's no supermodels running around.
Oh, I love you, cuz. I love you.
Yeah, there's no panty girls. There's none of that.
But there should be.
That's why you didn't care about the show. Because you already lived it. That was a reality. That was your own reality.
I don't know what you're talking about.
See that? See, Jeff?
Wasn't it?
That's what that is. See, you understand? See, when you're a big superstar, Hall of Famer,
I'm just a guy.
The circles you run, man.
Just a guy. I just never got into it. That's all.
Do you think that he thought Entourage was another documentary, like a reality show?
That's exactly right, brother. You got it, Jeff. You got it, man. I'm done bringing these ideas to Lincoln. He's already had them all. No wonder why he goes. The Rock as a former NFL player.
Come on, man. Do you really believe Dwayne Johnson has anybody? Come on now. Come on. Really?
All right. I don't mind The Rock. I'm not going to hate The Rock. I like The Rock. I have no beef with The Rock. But that's why you go Middle Earth. Because you've been everywhere on real Earth.
No,
so you go to Middle Earth.
Oh,
you're chasing dragons. That's what's interesting to you, because you chased all the other ones.
I just don't see The Rock as a football player. It's a wrestler.
All right, we'll come back. We'll figure this out. Lincoln Kennedy, Anthony Gargano, we're fellas right here on Fox Sports Radio.
They started here.
Mariota. Oregon has the lead.
but only 256 make it here.
With the first pick.
And we'll have the most comprehensive coverage on your radio.
Party people!
It's the 2015 NFL Draft live on April 30th on Fox Sports Radio.
For over 20 years, you've trusted Lumber Liquidators to make high-quality, beautiful flooring affordable for everyone. Delivering this value means you get the floor you want at the low price you deserve. So we've lowered prices even more. This week, get beautifully distressed click strand bamboo. It's easy to install, and now it's $229. That's about half what you'll pay at other stores. Plus 200 styles of pre-finished hardwood from $169 and 12-month special financing. You trust our value. We value your trust. For quality hardwood, see the flooring experts today. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
Musicians, now through April 19th at Guitar Center, over 50,000 guitars will be marked down under $100. In-store and online, choose from a huge selection of electric and acoustic guitars. Get incredible savings from brands like Fender, Squier, Epiphone, Ibanez, ESP, Washburn, Schecter, and more. Over 50,000 guitars under $100. With the greatest selection and our low price guarantee, any player can find the guitar of their dreams. Hurry, it absolutely ends April 19th. Don't miss your chance to save at Guitar Center.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine at A Better You Healthcare's Pokin' for the People Community Acupuncture. Join us every Monday at 4 p.m. for a relaxing and therapeutic community acupuncture session with like-minded, health-conscious individuals from our community. Pricing is only $35. Group sessions involve yoga breathing and acupuncture for the benefit of stress, anxiety, and depression. Unwind and start your week off right. If stress is leaving you a mess, you need a checkup from the neck up. When you're feeling blue, come to A Better You. A Better You Healthcare, just behind the Paddock Mall on 27th Avenue. For further details, visit abetteryouhealthcare.com or call 615-5566. Again, that number is 615-5566.
Is your credit headed in the wrong direction? If so, Florida Credit Union can help turn it around. If the signs are reading missing payments, maxing out cards, or borrowing from financing companies, it's time to steer your credit to safety. Pull into a Florida Credit Union today and let us help you map out a personalized credit management plan. Get a free credit report analysis and advice to help you consolidate wisely. A better plan can get you to a better place. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Fresh pressed juice, blends made with beets especially, can build up on your teeth, and as little as one juice a day could stain your smile permanently. A contaminated stethoscope pressed against the skin of a healthy patient probably won't cause a problem. I love that. Thanks for the probably. If we indulge ourselves in a few extra hits of the snooze button or a long mid-afternoon nap, we're just creating a template for our brain to stay awake in the middle of the night.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor. Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Buried under receipts and confusing tax code? Let Crippen & Company help. They work hard to make the tax preparation process as painless as possible. With offices in Ocala and the Villages, their team is dedicated to helping clients with corporate and personal tax returns, bookkeeping for businesses, and estate planning for the future. Crippen & Company crafts a truly customized experience for each client's needs while alleviating stress and creating a big picture of your overall financial health. Call 352-732-4260 or visit crippencpa.com to get started.
Let's give it up for old asphalt and a new pair of shoes. Let's give it up for a good rhythm meeting a sweet melody. For a church cookout under clear skies. Let's give it up for good things coming together, like bundling your auto and other policies together with an Allstate agent, which can save you time and keep you better protected. Let's give it up for good.
To receive your comparative insurance quote, contact the McDonald Agency at 622-2333.
WWOCA, WWOCA.
The defending champions did not make the playoffs the following year. That was the Carolina Hurricanes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Moore Sports. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
Hello there.
When we crack the mic,
It's party time. We are in the air everywhere.
we make damn sure you get the best sports talk on your radio.
I put sports in my life as a priority.
And they're doing a damn good job. From the breaking news,
Fox Sports Radio has learned that the Cleveland
to the stories that are
Cavaliers-
trending.
When something's trending, I'll call you.
You best be sure that we're putting on a show for you.
24/7.
I'm here to party too. Right here on Fox Sports Radio. Tomorrow on Fox Sports 1. Major League Soccer returns as the LA Galaxy head to Seattle to take on one of their toughest rivals, the Sounders. Coverage begins live at 7 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1.
I'm alright. Nobody but about me. Why you got to give me a fight? Can't you just let it be? I'm alright. Don't nobody but about me. You got to give
All right. Welcome back, fellas. Lincoln Kennedy, Anthony Gargano, right here on Fox Sports Radio. So let me ask you a question about this. So, buddy of mine was ripping Bo Ryan because he was angry at the officials. Like, the second half was ridiculous when it came to the call. Like, Duke got all the calls in the second half. And so he was saying, it's poor sportsmanship and all this other stuff. And all I keep thinking about is the guy just loses. It's his chance to win a national championship. And he feels like it's just not unfair. It's just not fair, basically. And if you watched the game, did you find that?
No, I didn't think they were blatantly, one-sided one way. I thought, for that matter, I thought that all the calls went Wisconsin's way in the first half. If you want to say more calls went for Duke in the second half, but to me, well, I mean, look, I don't think the refs. I didn't think they missed that many blatant calls. I thought, to me, what happened is I thought Bo Ryan left his stars like Kaminsky out there way too long and didn't give him a proper amount of rest. They were dead. I saw them dead in the second half. They were tired. And I knew when they hit the 4.5 minute mark, I think it was like about 4.5 minutes where they couldn't score. Wisconsin couldn't score. I knew it was over then. I was like, that's it right there. Because now it's too late. The fact that they were able to have their bigs Winston was down, Justice was down, as well as Okafor, they were down on the bench, and they had Allen and other guys rise up to keep the scoring, to keep them close. That's where Duke won the game. Some unlikely heroes stepped up and gave them scoring while their main guys were on the bench.
Well, it was about guard play. But here's Bo Ryan. Now you tell me, do you think this is out of line? This is what he told Tracy Wolfson. It was just a situation where you have to be able to handle all the hands and the checking, all the body contact. There was more body contact in this game than in any game we've played all year, and I just feel sorry for my guys that all of a sudden a game was like that. I think they're struggling with that a little bit. We missed some opportunities. They hit some tough shots. It's just a shame it had to be played that way. Now remember, they will look like Winslow was out of bounds, right? The one
Which one play. Are you talking about? Yeah. The one went off his fingertip. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, right.
No. I think you're talking about, Ant, correct me if I'm wrong. You were talking about when his foot was on the end line.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was
exactly right.
That was
the other one.
That was before the ball went off of his hand. So there was twice towards the very end of the game.
Correct.
I don't remember that one. The foot on the.
Correct.
Okay. But that happens every game.
See, but the thing that I don't get about the whole situation was And I get there's a lot of pressure when you're an official and it's hard to see everything in real time. But when they had the replay reviews, and I get you don't want to take forever on the reviews, but when the guy said, oh, well, we didn't have every camera angle that they had at home. And then after that, it came out as the head of officials had to say, well, actually he misspoke and they did have all the camera angles. Like, how do you not get it right at that point?
Exactly.
Well, that's a good point.
That's exactly right.
Well, I mean, if you're going to use replay, you should get it right. But this is not the first time we've heard this. This is not.
Duke.
I mean, football just came out of the owners' meeting that they were talking about it. Remember Belichick cutting into the NFL because you won't put the cameras on a goal line? How do you not? It's important to see if you scored or not. How do you not have cameras? You're talking about too much money.
I completely agree with that. But
if you're going to use replay, you should get it right.
I agree. And that's where Bo Ryan goes. Oh, were you serious? There were two. Yeah. Ryan correctly points out there were two of them.
Well, it's also being sour grapes. You lost the game.
But it's not sour grapes. I mean, you can't.
It is sour grapes. If you're going, here's the thing. Because
I'm not taking away from Krzyzewski because look, it was great. The guard play was great. Jones hits that 3-pointer. Wisconsin's up 4. That's where to me the game completely changes. When he hits the step back, kind of fall away, he falls down, hits the 3 to cut it to 1. Then that was it. But Bo Ryan is right. The game was changed. It was called tighter. All of a sudden, the first half was tight. Second half, Duke got away with all kinds of things. I thought Duke got away with all kinds. He's right about the hands and how all of a sudden the game changed.
Well, you're
that type of team that
if anything, I question why Kaminsky wasn't aggressive, taking people like Okafor off the dribble. He could have, or Plumlee. He had the opportunity. He could do that.
He was doing that.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't as aggressive as I thought he should have been. He wasn't as aggressive as I should have been. Yeah. There were a lot of things that I would say that made the difference in Wisconsin losing that game, and as I said, don't take anything away from Krzyzewski. Their guard play jumped up a level.
Okay,
they got cold.
So Bo Ryan's not supposed to say when the officials are that egregious, he can't say it.
I see what
you're saying. He can't make reference to it.
No, certainly. You can cry all you want to. You lost the national championship, absolutely. Point to everything.
You could cry.
You missed your opportunity.
Oh, man, you're cold. I mean, look, you weren't rooting for Wisconsin?
I was.
All right. I got up arguing about the guys. No, you can't cry at all. You never cry. All right. Where the fellas? Lincoln Kennedy, Anthony Gargano, Fox Sports Radio.
We are Fox Sports.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Here's a way for you to have some fun and at the same time support Team WOCA The Source in our efforts to raise funds for the Marion County Literacy Council. You can have Robin and I come to your event or somebody else's event. I play accordion, she plays mandolin, and we'll give the oompa surprise to somebody who may not be expecting it. So call us at 732-8000, ask for Robin. 100% of your donation of any amount will go to the Marion County Literacy Council, and it is tax deductible. Call today, 732-8000. Join a tradition of artistic excellence by submitting an artist application for the 34th Annual Downtown Festival and Art Show. The Arts Festival will be held November 14th and 15th in historic downtown Gainesville. This is a great opportunity to display and sell your art to more than 100,000 visitors. Applications for the Downtown Festival and Art Show are available upon request at 352-393-8536 or online at gvlculturalaffairs.org.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
Enjoy a round of golf on one of Central Florida's finest courses and help a great cause Monday, May 11th, when Life South Community Blood Centers hosts a golf tournament to benefit the 5 Points of Life Foundation. The scramble will be held at Golden Ocala with registration and lunch at 11 and a shotgun start at 12:30. The cost is $200 per person, which includes a player gift package. To register, call Life South at 352-224-1728 or visit 5pointsoflife.org.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident for tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, low 67 to 69. Tomorrow, warm with clouds and sun. You'll see a shower or thunderstorm. High 86 to 88. Tomorrow night, a shower or thunderstorm. Low 66 to 68. Sunday, high 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Andy Robb.
Legally Yours, brought to you by Fuller & Fuller Attorneys at Law. On the air every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. with John Fuller, a board-certified civil trial lawyer for over 25 years. John welcomes your questions, from business to complex family matters to legal disputes. So tune in every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. for Legally Yours with John Fuller, right here on WOCA 1370 a.m. and 96.3 FM, The Source.
Can help measure your risk of complications from diabetes. Why is it important? Because more than 600 people every day die from diabetes and its complications. If your A1C is above 7, your doctor can show you how to lower it. If you have diabetes, know your risk. Know your A1C. Ask your doctor, or for more information, go to www.diabetesaonc.org or call 1-877-TEST-A1C. Brought to you by the American Diabetes Association, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation International, and the Ad Council.
Put your name on it. This is J Moore Sports.
You ready? What's going on? Our defending Stanley Cup champion LA Kings will not be headed to the postseason this year after being eliminated last night by the Calgary Flames. Come on, Flames! Don't skate so hard! First time since 06-07 that the defending champions did not make the playoffs the following year. That was the Carolina Hurricanes.
Ladies and gentlemen, J Moore Sports. Weekdays at 3 p.m.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Residents of a northern Illinois town nearly leveled by a tornado Thursday night have started to assess the damage.
The small farming community of Fairdale, where everyone knows everybody and where homes that make up a 7-block radius are reduced to rubble with twisted metal siding, and the contents from inside many of these destroyed homes are scattered for miles.
Fox Radio's Jeff Manazzo. 2 people died in the storm, several were hurt. The penalty phase of the Boston Marathon bombing trial will start April 21st.
The same jury that Wednesday convicted Tsarnaev for the murder of 4 by the use of weapons of mass destruction will decide if he gets the death penalty or life in prison without parole. The delay of 2 weeks was granted to Tsarnaev's defense team so they could iron out logistical issues with their witnesses.
Fox Radio's Bill Marcus. In South Carolina, an evacuation order lifted for all but 4 homes after a 39-car train derailment. Some cars were carrying ammonia. Fox News. We report, you decide.
From Progressive here on a road trip with Bob, who owns a dry cleaning service.
Well, it's not really a road trip. We're only going a mile.
In a mile, you can save money on your commercial auto insurance with discounts like Safe Driver, Business Experience, and Paid in Full.
Nice.
So, expert to expert, how would you get a large mustard stain out of white cotton?
Why?
Just planning out our road snacks.
We're only going a mile, Flo.
I can eat a lot of hot dogs in a mile, Bob.
Good point.
Discounts to save your business money. Visit Progressive.com to learn more. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You're running your business, and we at Wix.com know things can get stressful. But creating your website doesn't have to be. With Wix, you can create a professional website all by yourself. It's easy and free. You don't have to be a programmer. Just drag and drop everything into place. It's your website, your style. Show the world what you can do. Go to Wix.com and create your own stunning website today. It's easy and free.
From the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. And we come to you every weekend, every Saturday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. out west, 9 to 1 on the east. Covered a lot so far, and way back 3 hours ago, Lincoln hit me with a violation because I started the show with the Masters.
It's a no-no. A tradition like no other. Never starts our show.
Yeah, I still I want to fight this.
Why? Just go with it.
Yeah, but why wasn't I allowed to start with the Masters?
Because there are rules. We have rules to our show. And you know this. Those unwritten rules like you have in baseball, we have rules in our show. We don't open up our show with NASCAR, hockey, or golf talk.
Or tennis, right? I think you scolded me once before.
Oh yeah, you know. I will turn off my mic and throw my headset down if you open up talking tennis. Who are you?
But wait a second. This 21-year-old kid.
Great story.
Out of nowhere. He's 14 under after 2 days.
Awesome. Halfway mark.
5-shot lead.
Tremendous.
Going into Saturday.
Ilo can help us out with talking about how great he is. Absolutely. No doubt.
Well, why is that not a lead?
We don't open our show. We're the fellas. We don't do that. Stay in your lane, dog. Stay in your lane. Let's stay what we do best.
What about now? What about if can I start the 12 o'clock hour, the noon Eastern time out, the 9 a.m. out there?
I'd much rather you start talking about the Spurs, and then we kind of morph into it. Great stories that happen over the week.
We talked a lot about the Spurs. I did heavy Spurs. After that little. All I did was make reference to Spieth.
Just don't do it.
To say, talk about Jordan Spieth, and then you glanced at me, and that was it. And that was the last time we talked about the Masters.
Well, we could talk about it, after we open up with something else. We just don't open up our show talking about golf. We don't do that. It's a no-no.
It's a no-no. Tiger's 2 under. He tees off at 1:15. My boy tees off in about 40 minutes. The lad.
It's another violation.
Rory, 2 under. Yeah, why? Phil
he's not American.
Phil tees off at 2:30. He's at 11.
Can't be your favorite. He's not American.
I don't understand that either. It's that
These are your rules. These are your rules. You can't be anti-American. You got to find somebody. That's a violation.
It's I like the kid. I've always liked Rory.
He can't be your top. He can't be your favorite. He can't be your top. He can't be your top. You got to have an American as your top. These are your rules. I didn't establish this.
Ryan, you agree with that, Ryan? You agree with that, Ryan?
Ryan's busy.
Oh, where's Jeff? Jeff, you agree with that? Sounds like you do.
Yeah.
See? These are your rules, guys.
What, so you don't like Rory either?
You are
anti-laddie?
Here's the thing. You are so adamant about people staying with their home team. It's a violation to live in San Diego and be a Cowboy fan. That's what, being from San Diego, that's a violation. Okay, so you're going to sit there and tell me that you're not going to, you can't cheer for an American before you cheer for somebody who's not American? And that doesn't hold any weight. All of a sudden, you're throwing those rules out. Well, it doesn't apply to a singular sport.
It's not team.
What about the Ryder Cup?
USA Ryder Cup.
Okay. But what if your favorite golfer, like you said?
You know why? Because that's team.
Okay. All right.
Now we're nitpicking. Now it's got to be, is it an individual or a team?
No, it's team.
Well, what if your team is made up of a bunch of international players? Should we?
No, but that's your team. They represent. Again, if you're a Spurs fan and you have Parker from France and Ginobili from Argentina.
So then you got the Masters, which is played on your home.
You don't want to bring up the American thing. USA.
Well, here's the fact: you got your Spurs playing in your home country in America. This is Augusta. This is American. America's supposed to win American tournaments, right?
Yeah. It's not a team. It's about team sports. My violations come into the
Cold.
Look. If you're from San Diego, you got to be a Chargers fan. You do. If your hometown has a team, that's the team you got to root for. That's just the way it should be. Otherwise, it's chaos, anarchy.
It's anarchy when you're going for Rory and trying to lead the show to golf.
Look, Boston Jeff, right? Boston Jeff. He lives in L.A. now. He's not a Laker fan.
He's
a Celtic fan.
He holds true to his
a
Boston
Patriots
heritage.
Fan.
Yeah, we can't have everything right in this world. It is what it is.
Look, you're Boston Jeff. You're saying. Well, that's why Boston Jeff roots for Boston teams. That's the rule. Thus, you growing up in San Diego being a Cowboy fan was fugazi.
And what, fugazi? Like who you like.
No, but you should have been all about. You should have been all about Dan Fouts. Huh. Someday I want to protect Dan Fouts. That should have been your boyhood team. Right?
According to your rule, I don't agree with that rule, though. So I'm just saying.
I still don't understand why you became a Cowboys fan.
I told you. It was one of the first games I saw was the 78 Super Bowl when the Cowboys were taking on the Steelers. I love cowboy movies, loved blue and silver, loved the colors. Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett, all those guys, watching them grow up. I was fans of theirs. Robert Newhouse, Ed Too Tall Jones.
Yeah, but why weren't you fans of the Chargers? You were living in San Diego.
I didn't like the Chargers.
Why wouldn't you like the Chargers?
I don't know.
They were
like
the team in your town.
I can't explain the.
Right? You follow my thing. I think that's different than a golfer.
It's not different than a golfer.
I'm bringing it back only because I think it's different than a golfer. The golfer's personality. Who do I like? I like the personality of this guy. I like McElroy.
Okay. I think it's a violation.
Speaking of the Spurs, all right. Spurs last night win number 10 in a row. And dude, I can't imagine. This is amazing. I read you this. I got to read you this. This is the streak, okay? Beginning on March 25th, the Spurs beat OKC by 39. They beat Dallas by 18, Memphis by 14, Miami by 14, Orlando by 12, Denver by 30, Golden State by 15, OKC again by 25, Rockets by 12, and last night Rockets by 1.
And in doing so, they dropped the Rockets down to 6.
What's that, brother?
It is. I was saying in doing so, they put the Rockets down to 6 or 7?
That's right. They dropped Houston from 3 to 6.
There you go. Bye-bye. It really is impressive. That is impressive. That's very impressive. I mean, you talk about the run and the defending champion. So you got to give some sort of credence to the fact that they position themselves as players. They're a viable threat.
I look at it and I just marvel at them. I do. And to me, they're the favorite going in, even above Golden State.
Well, I'm not going that far.
You're not? I am.
I'm gonna give them their just due, and I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. They make the 2 seed. I think they make some big noise, but I still think this is Golden State's year.
Why? They met a couple weeks ago, and Spurs.
That's all right. They also met. There was times they met during the season. If you look at the history, the season, I think Golden State beat them down a couple times too.
Well, yeah. My point is that they're just starting to play now.
I agree with you, cuz I'm totally agree with you. You said you made the statement that you think they're the favorite. I still think it's Golden State.
Yeah, I hear you. Don't forget, What does it mean when Geico says 15 minutes can save you 50% or more on car insurance? It means you probably should have gone to geico.com 15 minutes ago. So here's the deal. We'll come back. I want to get to more geek it out, a little draft action.
There you go. How many notebooks you got open in front of you right now? If you took a picture with your cell phone, how many notebooks are you looking at right now? Because I know you. At least three.
Just three.
Just three. You see what I'm saying, guys?
What's wrong with that?
You got a notebook.
That's not bad. That's not like if it was like it was Saturday before the draft, I'd have 7.
Well, no, I already know that. I know that, but I'm talking about in this. You've got. Let's see. If I close my eyes and visualize what's in front of you right now, you've got your NBA notes, your draft notes, and I think in the third notebook might have, if we were going to do the 4, what have you, your topics of the 4, questions of the 4. Am I right?
Maybe.
I know you like the back of my hand.
Maybe. All right, we're the fellas. I got multiple violations. I've gotten ridiculed today, rightly so, too. With Lincoln Kennedy, I'm Anthony Gargano. We're the fellas on Fox Sports Radio.
Come to Papa. Yes!
Shh! The Masters are on.
We are Fox Sports!
Red Wing Shoes salutes the modern craftsman.
Hey carpenter, here's to the work you do. Vincent Van Gogh ain't got nothing on you. Though you don't work on canvas, you're an artist just the same. And your work never comes without a frame.
Find the right boots for your job at your local Red Wing retailer.
Sure, going fast is impressive, but performing over the long haul is even more impressive. And for that, there's STP. Each bottle of STP Complete Fuel System Cleaner in your tank helps remove power-robbing deposits to restore performance and keep your engine running better longer. Because greatness isn't just measured in seconds. True greatness is measured in years. STP, in for the long haul.
What would an extra $250 a month mean to you? For some, it's a little financial breathing room. For others, it's a car payment, a home repair, or help with college tuition. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I've got some great news if you're looking to save money on your mortgage. All it takes is a simple phone call to Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. Folks who refinance with HARP can save an average of $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year. Our home loan experts fully understand the HARP guidelines, and they'll walk you through our streamlined process. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And this year, for the first time, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states and MLS number 3030.
Whether you're building it up or knocking it down, get it done, rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for one day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done, rent it now. 352-369-9101.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Fresh pressed juice, blends made with beets especially, can build up on your teeth, and as little as one juice a day could stain your smile permanently. A contaminated stethoscope pressed against the skin of a healthy patient probably won't cause a problem. I love that. Thanks for the probably. If we indulge ourselves in a few extra hits of the snooze button or a long mid-afternoon nap, we're just creating a template for our brain to stay awake in the middle of the night.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
1370 WOCA.
On Fox Sports Radio.
Sometimes we forget. Is that possible?
We get a little ahead of ourselves. You know, talking sports and all.
That's what sports radio is all about.
But that doesn't mean we won't take the time to tell you.
Thank you.
This is Ben Maller. Thank you.
I'm Andy Furman.
And I'm Mike Dorr. Thanks, folks. This is JT the Brick, and we thank you.
We're so grateful for you, the fan.
You guys are the rock on this radio show.
Thank you again from your friends here.
This is Steve Gorman. Thank you.
On Fox Sports Radio.
Fox Sports 1. Major League Baseball returns today with a doubleheader. It all starts with one of the best rivalries in the game as the Red Sox take on the Yankees at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Later, the World Series runner-up Royals head to L.A. to take on the Angels at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Fox Sports Radio, we are the fellas. Lincoln Kennedy here, Anthony Gargano there. And Geico says just 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And you should go to Geico right now or 15 minutes ago to get that savings, geico.com. Because I got to ask you something, because I was thinking about, I heard some promos while we were gone. And yeah, we're talking a little draft talk. Mm-hmm. Do you have any reservation about taking Winston number one?
Do I? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you see the Jets are going to work him out now?
Yeah. Arnie Spanier. Thanks for sending the text, Arnie. Love you. He just hit me up on that. There's plenty of calls, and I've always believed, and I believe that if you miss on quarterback with first picks or top picks, you set your franchise back a few years. But I also know that Tampa Bay, they've geared themselves for this. Not necessarily Jameis Winston, they can go Mariota, but they've geared themselves for that top quarterback. It's a really big risk, especially what's happened recently with Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, well, again, his own lawyer said, I think he's ready for football on the field. I just don't know off it. Can he be a quarterback?
And that's a big.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need. You can look at his history at Florida State off the field. And you don't need any more the fuel for the fire, if you will. But just when somebody who's in that circle or not necessarily close to him every day, but in that circle to where it has some sort of influence or sees some things that we don't see, there's plenty of red flags there, man. I'm concerned. I wish him the best. There's no doubt, but I'm concerned. Face of the franchise.
Well, that's the thing. Like, and here's if you're the Jets and you're at 6. And you figure like you can get up that high to get them, and it's. See, I agree with somebody said it. You're right. One of our promos about, hey, look, they're not. I think it was JT said it. I agree with him. It's not. Neither of those two guys are Andrew Luck,
right? And
it's true. None of those two guys are Andrew Luck. But here's the one thing, and I read this to you earlier. you look at the top-ranked quarterbacks, and if you just analyze just the pure stats, just the analytics of it all, there's only 2 guys under 30.
Right.
First of all, I read it today. Every one of them is a pocket passer,
right.
And only 2 are under 30, and they were Ryan and Flacco, both pocket passers. I mean, it's like they're hard to come by. So that's why Tampa Bay's going, I need a quarterback. I got this kid. He's in my backyard. I got to take him. I got to roll the dice.
Yeah.
And you're still like I'll ask you this. When you judge Jameis Winston on the field, and again, everything that you've seen, every game you've watched him, all the film you've seen of him, everything. 10 meaning he's Andrew Luck a lock. Where is he? 1 to 10.
6.
Yeah. And I'm just saying on the field. Forget off the field.
Yeah. 6.
6
There's things that he's got to work on. He's got to work on his placement with the ball. He's got to work on reading the progressions quicker that he's going to have because the speed is going to increase when he goes to the next level. He's got to develop. There's no doubt about it. He's got the raw intangibles, but he's not there yet.
I agree. I'm with you. I mean, and he worries me, right? I mean, I got to tell you, like then you have all the other stuff, and you go, all right, well, I'm worried about on the field. Because
I'm worried about the total package because as a quarterback, you got to be that face. I think, we don't have to search deep in history to use an example, but I think what happened to Johnny Manziel is a perfect case and where he's at. We'll get an update pretty soon from our guy Ryan about what he's heard so far. But, you might, there might be some people in Cleveland who are ready to write him off and just say, we need to move on without him. And then where does that go? All the talent, all the praise, all the promise he saw in his short college career, next thing you know, he goes to the next level and he falls apart. These are things that you have to worry about at quarterback when you take somebody. Now, he was taken midway through the first round. You're talking about taking somebody the first pick that's supposed to be your franchise for the next 4 or 5 years. If Tampa Bay misses with this pick, or whoever takes it, that first pick, if he misses, this sets you back. You don't immediately bounce back from wasting a number 1 draft choice on a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. But then again, like it's this. It's funny because if people go, well, just go get a free agent or go. They're just not out there.
They're not sitting out there.
That's why Tennessee. Like you look at Tennessee, and Tennessee's going, do I like Zach Mettenberger enough? Do I like Mettenberger enough to stay status quo or trade the pick or look at another need? But even deep down, knowing what they know, they still have to be more hopeful than certain that Mettenberger's the guy if they go that route, right?
I think Tennessee has the flexibility where I would make the call and entertain the thought. Let's trade picks, and I'll give you something else. What do you want for Rivers? I take that. If I'm Tennessee, I take that. Give me Phillip Rivers. Allow me to develop Mettenberg at his own pace. Give me a proven commodity, and let's move from there. I'd go in that in a heartbeat. I'd jump on that.
Well, that's what I said to you earlier. I love that. I love that. And I like it from San Diego. I like the fact that Mariota stays out west under a really good offensive guy.
Yeah. I hear what
he
you're
gets
saying.
him early. He can devise a whole scheme around them. I think that works. I think it works on both fronts. Yeah. That's why I brought that up to you earlier.
Well, we agree on Tennessee. I disagree on San Diego. I think it's a risk. And if I'm general manager of San Diego, I don't know if I do it.
Are they a Super Bowl team? I don't see it.
No, it's not. It's not about being. But here's the thing: anything can happen. No, because see, look, you watched Andrew Luck make a run with the team that they had. Now, I didn't even think that Indianapolis Colts were going to get through the first round of the playoffs, let alone play in the AFC Championship. So, anything can happen once you're in the mix of things. When you have that window open, we already know, and especially with football, you need a quarterback to win. I can't put that much emphasis if I'm close. If I'm a playoff-bound team, I can't put that much emphasis in an unproven commodity, especially at the value of quarterback. It's just too big of a gamble if I'm San Diego. Now, they're not a Super Bowl team, but they're close. They're a playoff-caliber team as they stand right now. But when I look on my to-do list for the draft, for San Diego, quarterback wasn't one of them. Running back, defensive end, outside linebacker, guards, offensive lineman. That's what was my to-do shopping list if I'm a San Diego Charger. It wasn't quarterback. Now, all of a sudden, you want to make it quarterback?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, dude. I mean, let's be real about it. Sometimes it just doesn't work out at a place, right?
I agree. I'm totally in agreement with you. But let's also face what you brought up earlier. Neither of these guys are Andrew Luck. So neither of those guys are a home run. So let me ask you. You asked me the question about Jameis Winston. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you the same question about Mariota. With 10 being Andrew Luck, where do you put Mariota?
I'd say 6.5.
Agree. You got him higher. Do you have Jameis Winston? Do you have Mariota higher than Winston?
I think they're about the same. I like Mariota. I kind of like him a little better. See, Winston just scares me off. On the field, I think they're kind of the same.
Right.
But Winston scares me off the field.
I think you have to. You cannot take a look at part of the player without looking at the whole thing. I've always believed that, especially when it comes to the next level, because the life is going to change so dramatically. If you're a quarterback for a National League football team, you're supposed to be the face of that organization. You're supposed to be the face of that franchise, the focal point of that franchise. That's a lot of pressure if you're used to doing things in the shadows, or you're used to doing your own thing.
Well, the other thing too is, again, I just don't know how good. There's things I like about him, but physically, we're talking about Winston, but there's also things I don't like physically about him. Forget all the stuff. That I question. Again, and that's why I if the two of them were in front of me, I'd go Mariota.
Really?
I would.
Okay.
I mean, it's really close. Yeah. He's 6'4". I mean, so it's not like I'm getting a guy that, when I look at Mariota, like, let's look at his. What doesn't he do? What's his greatest weaknesses? So when you boil him down, I look at him and go, well, again, he's not proficient out of the pocket because he played a spread offense, right?
Right.
And he's not accurate. The two biggest things I look at Mariota and his things I don't like. One, I don't think he's got to, because of the nature of the offense he ran, he's got to become more proficient in the pocket. And two, he sees the rush too much. Like, he sees pressure.
Certainly.
Pressure flushes him out. We saw that in the championship game.
Certainly. Absolutely.
And look, you're going to get freaked out by Ohio State. Wait till you get to the NFL.
Right.
And I don't mean freaked out, but I mean in that it's going to push him out. I know what you're saying. And you're going to see ghosts. And you, as an offensive lineman, have seen quarterbacks that just can't get over that hump.
Yeah. One of the great coaches I had, Joe Bugle, said the moment the quarterback takes his eyes down from off field and looks at his legs, game's over. He's shell-shocked.
And you see it. I mean, you see guys, and that's and when you're seeing it, that's a big deal for Mariota.
Absolutely.
But I think he can overcome it, and that's probably why. Because I think they're basically the same in a couple flaws here and there. But the one guy,
they both have their fair shares of flaws. It's just which one you want to take a risk on when you need a quarterback.
And that's why I was arguing with people. People were talking about, the Eagles are definitely going to trade for Mariota. I don't think they are. First of all, I don't think he lasts for them to trade up to get him. And second of all, I think Chip Kelly got Sam Bradford for a reason. Because I think he thinks he can win.
I still think your team has stuff left to do. They're doing something. I don't trust Chip Kelly in the sense that I know he's got something up his sleeve.
Lincoln Kennedy, Anthony Gargano with the fellas on Fox. Ilo, what's trending, my brother?
Already 21-year-old Jordan Spieth will tee off round 3 of the Masters at 2:55 Eastern with a 5-shot lead. He's a record 14 under through 36 holes, but says the biggest challenges are yet to come.
This is only the halfway point, and I'm aware of that. Not going to get ahead of myself, and I'm going to try and stay in the moment and very patient these last 2 days and understand it's going to feel like a whole nother tournament.
Tiger Woods made the cut at 2 under par overall. He'll tee off at 1:15 Eastern. In the NBA Friday night, the Spurs held off the Rockets 104-103 for their 10th straight win, dropping Houston from the 2 seed to the 6 seed in the Western Conference. Baseball Friday night, Red Sox over the Yankees 6-5 in 19 innings. The game ended at 2:13 Eastern time this morning. Less than 11 hours later, the Red Sox and Yankees will meet again half an hour from now. I'm Isaac Lowenkron, breaking sports news as it happens.
We are Fox.
They are high-fiving on pit road.
Today on Fox. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is live from Texas Motor Speedway for the Duck Commander 500. Race day gets you started at 6 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. Don't miss the race live at 7 p.m. Eastern. Only on Fox.
All right, welcome back, fellas. Hanging out with you as we come to you live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. Don't forget, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. You can visit geico.com or call 800-947-AUTO. The only hard part, figuring out which way is easier. All right, Big League. It's funny, man, as we're talking about this draft, just those two alone just have your head spinning. Because of that nature, as to such a risk on both. Now, I got to get, because people didn't hear it earlier. This is such a fascinating thing that last year's quarterbacks that were the highest rated quarterbacks. This is a quarterback rating, and all 9 were pocket passers.
Right.
All 9. What do you make of that?
I think it's a pattern that's worth noting. I also think in the aspect of our discussion about who should go first, I do think this happens to a lot of teams throughout history, and if you don't learn from history, you don't repeat it. Desperation forces you into bad decisions, risky decisions. To me, Tampa Bay patterned its entire offseason with drafting, the quarterback with their first pick. With that being said, you have Jameis Winston coming out of Florida State, former Heisman Trophy winner, who led his team to the national championship, had a subpar year the following year, probably got out while the guy's good. I honestly think that Florida State probably showed him the door because, look, you're much too much of a liability. Get gone. You're the NFL's problem. But with that being said, making that transitional step to the next level, I'm not worried about his on-the-field physical attributes. I think he'll be fine on the field. I'm worried about when he takes off.
Do you like him?
I don't dislike him. I question. Look, I question his maturity when the fact that you're going to enthrall him.
It's all
with
about
7
whether
figures.
you like a guy or not, right? Let's face it.
True. That's why I said, I asked a question last segment. Do you take him if you're a general manager? There are plenty of red flags. I've got my red flags up, but I need a quarterback. I'm sitting in that war room like, oh, man, I don't know. There's something about it. It just doesn't sit well with me. Can I trust this guy to be the face of the franchise? He's interviewed well. He said all the right things, but I'm looking at history, and it only takes one slip up to probably mar him for his career. Then he's no good to me.
No,
and that sets my franchise
New York
back
Daily
4 years.
News, the Jets are going to bring him in for a visit, which is fascinating. That's another thing because they think, I don't think he can slide, but are the Jets going to be that bold and move up and get him?
Huh?
Because here's the other part of this thing, because it's all dominoes, right? So if the Buccaneers trade that pick and move down to the Jets, that means that there's something about there's something about him they didn't trust. Right?
Right.
So you're the Jets, and knowing that the Buccaneers would trade you to pick, wouldn't that scare you off?
To answer your question, yes. But like I say, you take it a step further, there are plenty of red flags. You can derive as many red flags as you want from either one of them. That's why the validity of JT's point that you pointed out in the segment earlier is the fact that pass on both. They don't do it for you. Let them be someone else's issue. But then again, you need a quarterback to be successful. It's difficult, man. It really is. It's so hard being sold on a guy that you just have some questions over. And I think oftentimes for clubs, if you get desperate, you make bad decisions. Oh, we got to have a quarterback. We got to take him. Then it falls by the wayside. Then what?
Well, fellas, I'll give you a quick update. Just I know, Link, you asked earlier about Johnny Manziel. Bruce Feldman of Fox Sports and several other media outlets have just pretty much reported, real basic information, just saying that he has left the treatment facility. Okay. We don't really know much else other than, where the facility was or what his plan is for now or when he will return to team activities, just that he is no longer at the treatment facility.
Let me ask you a question, Lincoln. When you hear the Johnny Manziel story, does what pops in and go? Is it like, yeah, whatever? A is yeah, whatever. B, really, you're just fascinated by him. C, you just think he'll never. It's just a ridiculous waste of time because he's never going to be an NFL quarterback anyway.
No, I don't see the latter. I don't see C. I think you give him a chance. I just think that with the amount of attention and pressure that is on some of these guys that he's going to have to get another chance. It's not going to happen in Cleveland. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I think there's probably a system out there that would gel for him, a place that gel for him. But already he's shown me there's a lack of maturity that needs to come in question. And that if you, and especially at quarterback, but you like because there's a lot of emphasis on quarterback.
Forget all the nonsense, the off the field stuff. I mean, there's a lot of it. I
haven't seen enough. I questioned in college whether he was going to be a good professional quarterback because he was used to improvisation. And I know professionally you have to have structure.
Small he is.
Well, that aside, I mean, just
he's small.
Didn't you tell me he has big hands? Wasn't that one of your?
Yeah, I was. Just took around with about the hands.
But he's small. But it wasn't because it wasn't the size. It was the use of improvisation. That's what got him out of trouble and made him exciting to watch. And because the NFL is about structure and learning those little nuances to make you a better person, I don't know if somebody's used to who's used to just going off of the cusp would be as successful in the next level. That's what I questioned.
Well, I just thought he was too small to last.
Especially being mobile. You get some of those 300-pounders landing on you.
Well, and he's going to have to be mobile to get windows to throw. Well, I mean, he's small. That's why, again, this is why I look at the best quarterback. I gave you that list, right?
Yeah.
Ryan, Flacco, Roethlisberger. Give me the big dude every day of the week. Give me the dude that's going to stand in the pocket, be able to take his bell rung, take a hit, and deliver the throw. And you're going to win.
That's history. That's history proving it to you, too.
And it's history today. And look, I love Russell Wilson, but he's an anomaly.
And he's changed up his game. You remember how much he ran when he first got the call? He's changed up the game. He slides. He gets down. He throws the ball away. He's become
he's smart. He does. But I'm saying, but his size, he's an anomaly to win at his size.
Right. True.
Give me a big boy any day of the week. Big boy in a pocket. Lincoln Kennedy, Anthony Gargano, we're the fellas. Man, one more segment. That's tough, Link. We roll by. I can use another 4 hanging out. Lincoln Kennedy, Anthony Gargano. We're the fellas on Fox.
Come on. Turn it up. Here we go.
This one's back. Gone!
It's opening week.
You've got to be kidding me.
Every strikeout.
Swung on and missed strike 3.
Home run. Walk-off.
Unbelievable.
The MLB season is back.
It's just the way you like it.
I like it. On Fox Sports Radio.
If you or someone you know is addicted to drugs or alcohol, this could be the most important message of your life. Write down this number or store it in your cell phone. But call 1-800-509-9233. That's 1-800-509-9233. By calling the treatment helpline for drug and alcohol addiction, you can turn your life around. This call is completely confidential. And if you have private insurance, there should be no cost to you. Our advisors will match you with a proven 5-star luxury treatment center that will end your drug or alcohol addiction once and for all. Your future can still be bright. Let us help you break your addiction to drug or alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential, and if you have private insurance, there should be no cost to you. Take 5 minutes of your time and call right now. It may change your life for the better. Call 1-800-509-9233. That's 1-800-509-9233. 1-800-509-9233.
Johnny, what are you doing in the bathroom? What are you saying? Wait, where are your toy cars? Oh no, tell me you didn't. Honey, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
I didn't do anything.
For once, that's true, but little Johnny flushed his toys down the toilet and now it's broke.
Yes. No. I'll get the phone. What's the toll-free number?
866-314-4443.
Got it. 866-314-4443.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, they do it. At Mike Scott Plumbing, from the moment you walk through the doors, it's evident that quality is key. From our fully stocked parts department to our fully trained service technicians who can help with anything from a clogged drain to your irrigation system and even servicing your entire septic system. Visit one of our beautiful showrooms in Hernando or in Wildwood and let us show you how to turn your kitchen and bath dreams into reality. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
It's a privilege on Southern Pigskin tonight that every week we're joined by NFL Hall of Famer and Fox broadcaster Terry Bradshaw. I know you think Terry just knows sports. Well, Terry knows how to sing pretty good as well.
Yeah, I sing real good.
All right, let's give a little happy trails out there to all our friends and neighbors.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. I'm gonna wrap it up real fast. Grab my ball of cash and say good night to Buddy.
Good night, Terry. So tune in each week to Southern Pigskin Tonight. There's no telling what you might hear Terry Bradshaw say. Right here on Ocala's own WOCA 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm
Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
On April 30th, we're giving you the most comprehensive NFL draft coverage on the radio. That's big! And it's coming to you live from Chicago.
Make something happen today. Make something happen today.
The 2015 NFL Draft.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
And we are blowing the pads off this NFL Draft. So keep it locked right here on Fox Sports Radio.
This is
The one is on.
Fox Sports 1. I know you want me, you know I want you.
America's new sports network.
Go to foxsports1.com to find the channel number for Fox Sports 1 in your area.
All right, welcome back, fellas. One more segment hanging out with you guys. And then we give way to Ben Maller and Tom Looney. Love those two. They do a great job right here on Fox Sports Radio. So we had Ryan in. Our boy Jay left us. Ryan has come in, done a great job today producing the show.
Yes, he did.
Ryan, what have you learned? What stood out to you today, first day? Now, you've hooked up with the fellas before.
Yeah, in the past, I've done some fill-in work, but from here on out, we are attached at the hip.
So we now have the official induction where we make you a member of the fellas.
Yes, sir.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
But we have to do a ceremony, you know that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There has to be like a prick of the finger.
Okay, little blood brothers.
Little blood draw.
Yeah, exactly. But I
You know what
definitely...
I mean, Boston Jeff. We got to get Ryan to prick his finger a little bit.
There you go.
I learned that that Link is very giving, and he's very willing to give out violations for reasons that I don't know if I entirely agree with.
Well, you'll come to understand us after a while. You got to get familiar with it. These violations are based on what Cuz has told me in the past. Now, Cuz and I have always had a sort of thing with these unwritten rules, and especially when they pertain to baseball. And we've gotten into many discussions. Cuz, you know I'm right when it comes to many discussions about these unwritten rules. You don't do that, but you know.
Yes, but I will tell you, I will say, Ryan, on point with the amount of violations that you're handing out today.
Oh gosh, here we go.
You were the first 5 minutes of the show. You were writing tickets like you're parking in the middle of Manhattan.
Just things that you don't do.
And you were just like violation.
It's like you're trying to meet some sort of quota.
It's like the end of the month. You got to generate some revenue. Like the highway patrol.
Basing it off of what I'm also going off of what Cuz has told me in the past. Hey, you can't do that. You can't, because a lot of his violations, I think, are just what the fact that I'm a Cowboys fan. I grew up in San Diego. What? Oh, it's a violation. That's a fugazi. What?
Speaking of which, you just reminded me something very important about writing the violations. I have to pay a ticket. I forgot to pay this ticket. I was in Florida.
Parking ticket?
No. Oh, I was in Florida. Now, my father, thank God, everything worked out great. It's one of the days I had to miss you.
Right.
My dad had an aneurysm. And he had a brain aneurysm. And thank God he's in Florida. And so we had a medvac up to the University of Florida, Gainesville. Those people are amazing. They're just great, great people. So we had a medvac. Now, I drove while they airlifted him from Naples to Gainesville. So I was getting off an exit trying to get gas. And when you get off the exit, you have to make I'm looking at the gas station on the right, so you just kind of roll through. Usually it's a yield. Well, it was the stop sign, and I didn't stop fully. And then, like, you know, and then the guy gets pulled up.
Wait, did you just say that you roll through? It's usually a yield sign. No, it's not. It's a stop sign for a reason.
Well, whatever.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, it was my fault. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
I like it was one of those. You
were in
looked.
a hurry. It's all good.
You know, you looked right, and I just kind of. I didn't come to the full-fledged stop.
Certainly.
Right? I did the stop slow, and then roll through it. Right? So, whatever. Right? Usually it's a yield, I thought. But
right. I got all right.
So the cop says, hey, you know, I go, you know, my bad, officer, whatever. He's like, it's a stop sign. You stop fully. I'm like, all right. Then I see it's $166. Now, that's not excessive? I thought it was like
sure
$40.
Absolutely. Yeah.
$166.
Gotta give you a pinch for doing the crime. I mean,
some little town. I mean, all right, you know, $166. I just realized I got to pay it before they come get me.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want to have that. Would definitely be a violation if you get pulled off of the air. Knock on the window. Hey, you in that studio that smells like weed. We're coming.
Like, oh man. And you know, you figure. I think if I got $166 for a moving violation, I better be doing 110. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very true. I know you won't be rolling through no stop signs again. You're gonna be stopping.
No, not out of my jurisdiction. That's for sure.
That's exactly right.
I got a similar story that I want your fellas' opinion on real quick. So I was walking across a crosswalk, and a cop stopped me when I got to the other side because I entered the crosswalk after it was no longer a little walking green man, and it was a flashing hand. But they have the little countdown.
Oh, that's nitpicky, right?
Yeah, exactly. And he told me.
Wait a second. You were walking?
I was walking through the crosswalk, but apparently I entered the crosswalk. It wasn't a straight red hand, but it was a flashing red hand. And we have like, at some of the ones in LA here, they have like second countdown. So it was like 20 seconds. And he said he was almost going to give me a ticket, but he didn't see exactly when I entered. So he let me off with a warning.
Time.
Yeah, they're nitpicky like that in California.
Ticket?
He said he was going to give me a jaywalking ticket.
Jaywalking ticket, yeah.
For entering.
That's real? That's for real?
He said if you enter the crosswalk after it's no longer the walking man.
That's absurd. The idea
if it's not the walking man.
Absurd.
I was in the crosswalk and everything, but because I entered when it was a flashing hand and not the walking man, he said he would have given me a ticket. And next time.
That's absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are very stickler, very big sticklers in California on jaywalking. Very big.
That's ridiculous.
You could be walking down the street smoking some weed, but you can't jaywalk.
But what do you do? Like, all right. So what do you do if you don't have your license on you?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Like, I don't know. Like, like if you go out, you don't have a license on you, and you got a jaywalking ticket.
They'd probably slap you with another ticket for not having your ID on you.
Well, I didn't know this was. I didn't know you always had to have your papers with you.
Yeah,
at all time. Like this is a communist country. That's ridiculous. Like I never bring
papers.
Like I walk everywhere, right? Because I live in a city. I never bring my wallet.
Well, everybody knows you.
We get beyond that. I never bring my wallet. Like I don't know. I put like $20 in a sock and I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. All right, Augusta time, Lincoln. Let's see if the kid can hold it. All right.
A tradition like no others.
We're going to end with the Masters as well. Is that a violation?
No.
All right.
Show's over. We can talk all you want about.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great night. Great afternoon. We'll talk to you later.
We are good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Fresh pressed juice, blends made with beets especially, can build up on your teeth, and as little as one juice a day could stain your smile permanently. A contaminated stethoscope pressed against the skin of a healthy patient probably won't cause a problem. I love that. Thanks for the probably. If we indulge ourselves in a few extra hits of the snooze button or a long mid-afternoon nap, we're just creating a template for our brain to stay awake in the middle of the night.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retooled.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire.
Because that's how exotic it is.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Car Windshield agree. It's a smash. Car Windshield may not be for everyone, as it can lead to severe side effects and even death. Please consult your physician after you've experienced Car Windshield. Passengers who wish to avoid Car Windshield can do so by following simple steps, like trusting their instincts, speaking up, and telling their friends to slow down.
In the real world, there is no spokesperson to prevent reckless driving. There's only you. Speak up.
Act now. Paramedics are standing by.
This has been a message from the Ad Council. For more information, go to youarethespokesperson.com.
The Ben Maller Show.
Yes!
Ben Maller.
College basketball purists drive me insane. If you don't like players leaving early to the NBA, then just turn the television off and stop supporting college basketball if you're bothered so much by it. And stop pretending that you're so concerned about these kids getting their education. No one's concerned about them getting their education.
Show you what I'm talking about?
The Ben Maller Show.
Weeknights at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. It could be the start of a big diplomatic change. President Obama shaking hands with Cuban President Raul Castro at the Summit of the Americas last night. And today,
an informal meeting is expected, and first order of business could be taking Cuba off the list of state sponsors of terror. That happens, embassies could open in Havana and Washington within months.
Fox's Kevin Cork in Panama City. Former First Lady and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton expected to announce via social media tomorrow that she's running for president, followed by some low-key campaign stops.
The idea is to avoid any sense of a coronation or inevitability. Clinton will be the first major Democrat to announce and be considered an overwhelming early favorite to win her party's nomination.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. Mourners are in Summerville, South Carolina to remember Walter Scott, the black driver fatally shot by a white police officer after fleeing a traffic stop. Officer Michael Slager has been charged with murder. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Guys, if you've been using or wanting to try Viagra but are worried about the costs, we have great news. Now you can finally get real results at huge discounts with our Healthy Men alternative to the little blue pill. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get results for a fraction of the price? Call today and get 40 pills for only $99. Others cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us if you want real results at the lowest prices. Never pay $15 a pill for Viagra when you can get real results for less than $3 per pill. Call 800-539-8159 today and save over $500. You can have those breathtaking, toe-curling moments again and again. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Call right now and we'll rush you your supply delivered discreetly to your door. Just call 800-539-8159. That's 800-539-8159. Again, 800-539-8159.
Can you play fantasy golf on like those daily fantasy sites? You can, really?
Is Jordan Spieth the next Tiger Woods?
Yeah. And as I want to point out, Tom.
First of all, Looney game show music.
Without start with the game show music.
Big Ben.
What's wrong with you?
Over the years, whenever a young guy comes along, Rory McIlroy, Ryo Ishikawa, Ricky Fowler, Jason Day, Dustin Johnson.
Yeah.
Remember Ty Tryon? Remember him?
I don't recall that.
Is Jordan Spieth the next Tiger Woods? You want to do lazy talk radio?
No, you got to. No. That's only after he wins the Masters.
Okay.
Like after you win the Masters.
So we have to wait. We have to wait till Monday to do lazy talk radio.
There'll be television essays about Jordan Spieth and how he grew up with only 18,000 thread sheets on his growing up with a silver spoon in his mouth in Dallas, and how he'd overcome the odds because there were other kids that had Egyptian sheets and he did not have those. It was very difficult as a child. He was picked on. He was picked on because of the thread count of his sheets growing up. But Jordan Spieth, your runaway. I say runaway, but Charlie Hoffman's only 5 shots behind Jordan Spieth. It's usually not so much. I kept hearing from golf, because I'm a golf guy, Tom.
Yes, I know you are.
I keep hearing from people.
I
hey,
heard your show on Thursday night when you kept calling him Spieth.
No, it's Spieth, actually. I called him Spieth. But Jordan Spieth.
I called your producer and said, mark that.
Mark that. Why would everyone else does that? Everything I say, I feel like I'm being microanalyzed. Not by my program director, by the way, by listeners. Like yourself. I'm glad you're listening, Tom. I appreciate that.
Matter of fact, somebody wrote me on
you have a ratings thing?
Somebody wrote me on Twitter the other day and said you should stop doing social commentary. Let's follow a talk show host on Twitter and tell him to stop opining. Thank you.
I got a tweet from a guy who said, I really don't like the Ben Maller show, but I respect what it does. Okay. Thank you. But Jordan Spieth at 14 under, and I keep hearing from golf analysts, the people that are supposedly the pundits and know the sport, know sport. They say, well, can Tiger or Dustin Johnson or Ernie Els, can someone catch Jordan Spieth? No one's going to catch him at 14 under. The question is, does he start having a bogey fest and come back down? That's the question.
There's been great Masters meltdowns over the years. We'll go over some of that all afternoon and into the night.
It usually starts. It's actually just in the afternoon. The Blitz no longer goes into the night. We're now just an afternoon radio program. But Jordan Spieth, like, you could see a situation where, like, it's probably the back. I would say the back 9 days when it starts getting a little tight tookus. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, we're going to talk to Bob Woca later from the Golf Channel.
Or Bob Boopka, as he's called by Michael Coover.
Well, yeah, our executive producer today gave us the wrong pronunciation. However,
and I
knew the correct pronunciation since Bob and I are in the Mutual Admiration Society.
Yeah, he loves you, which
is why you say his name wrong on purpose.
Well, we question his
because
taste.
You're a petulant child.
We question his taste is what we do. Anyone who is a big Looney fan, we're like, what's going on?
Now, if you want to go back in the hot tub time machine, Big Ben, some of the greatest meltdowns in Masters history.
Oh, we're doing meltdown. Let's go down back memory lane.
Well, let me just
Tom
do one.
Looney.
How about
where is memory lane, by the way?
Memory lane?
Yeah.
Memory lane is where people think all the good music is.
Right. Thank you, Hacksaw.
When the NBA was better. Back in the 80s when they're all high on cocaine.
Back in my day when I was growing up, yes. Men were men. They didn't take days off. And a bunch of pansies.
Boxing was better then, too.
Absolutely.
Oh, so never has the Masters produced so many cringes, Big Ben, than 1996. Can we have some way
Do we have
back
a harp
music
to flash back to 1996? Bill Clinton.
Golf in the spring.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a bad job by Jeff DeRay. All right. Not that I want to name any names, but wow, that was bad.
Okay.
All right. So we won't do the back. We're clearly the production value's gone in the toilet. I miss a show, and the production value goes right down the drain. It's embarrassing.
So this is what
you guys
happened.
should be embarrassed what's going on.
Back in 1990, this is terrible.
Well, I'll decide whether it's terrible.
Okay. Back in 1996 with Greg Norman.
This is before Google. This is before Twitter. This is before Facebook. Way back.
3 straight bogeys on 9, 10, and 11, and his lead was gone.
Wow.
After he had a lead like Jordan Spieth does, a ball in the water on 12, and he became a dead man walking, zombieing his way through a 78 at Nick
But
Faldo.
it was not his
green jacket.
It was not his fault.
It wasn't?
The clubs. It was the clubs.
Oh, right, yeah.
Bad clubs.
Yes.
The clubs did him in there. So it's not. But again, I go back to my point. Like as far as you look at the third round, it's not can anyone catch Jordan Spieth. It's is he going to fall apart? That is the question. But we always get a kick. Like the golf, unlike almost every other sport, it's usually the same formula for sports media. Like the writers, the bloggers, they're like, this guy overcame the odds. He grew up in a poor household, a broken home.
It's tough to do that with the PGA.
His father was a crack dealer. His mother was a prostitute. They go through the whole thing, right? The whole deal is in golf. It's like, okay,
yes.
What are you going to do? He's like, he didn't have a good.
People made fun
high
of him
thread count.
Because he grew up in the suburbs and his mom was taking pills all day.
Yeah.
It's just there's no story there.
His 401k wasn't as large as his neighbor's, but he was his family was able to overcome the odds. And so but listen, we all want to be because we mock those people, but we would like to be those people.
He tried to steal his mother's Oxycontin, but she kept it in a safe.
All right, and Tiger Woods. Now Tiger played better on Friday.
Yes, he did. 69.
And people now, the body language experts, I love before the tournament, they said, well, Tiger's back because of the body language.
Right.
They said he got good. Everyone's a body language expert. Tiger is currently tied with Brooks Koepka. Is that his name? Koepka? Brooks.
That's how bad it is. He's tied with a guy we've never heard of.
Is that the guy from Sports by Brooks? I wonder what happened to him.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. Charles Schwartzel's ahead. Hideki Matsuyama's ahead of Tiger Woods.
Charles Schwartzel's a good guy to be around. Charles Schwartzel's won majors.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm trying to mock Tiger. He's tied with Danny Willett. But that is. I don't know. Russell Henley. So Tiger's back, baby. He's tied with Russell Henley.
Well, I will say this about Tiger Woods. When they talked about, I thought it was bad body language earlier in the week because he was smiling.
No. Well, the spin doctors at Nike, they're trying to change Tiger.
They are.
He had his kids out there as human shields.
Right. Yes, that's what I call. Yes, exactly. As human shields.
Kobe did that when the whole rape thing was going on.
Yes,
suddenly the kids were at his news conferences on his lap.
At every game, they were right there at the end of the hallway. Remember?
No, it's very tough to ask a guy about a rape claim when his kids are on his lap.
Yes.
Very difficult. Very, very uncomfortable.
And so the human shields were there with him. He was smiling with the media, and I thought, wow, okay. He's no good anymore, so he's going to be the ambassador for the sport and smile a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he was on. And I thought that was my conspiracy theory, and then he went out and played some good golf. So, much for that.
They go into a lab, and they cook up a formula they want for Tiger. They want grumpy Tiger. They want happy Tiger. What do they want?
Now, one of the things about Tiger Woods now that I think you're going to see forging forth is there's going to be a lot more smiling. It's a way to get more sponsors back. If he's not going to win tournaments, he's going to need to do that.
Yeah. All right. Very good. We'll talk later this hour. Baseball. I know you're not much of a baseball guy, but it is baseball season.
I've got 20 questions for you.
We
today,
had
Big
a
Ben.
Red Sox-Yankee battle royale. It went 19 innings.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Red Sox won.
Me not being a baseball guy, I saw that one.
6 hours and 49 minutes of solid baseball activity there as the Red Sox finally get past the Yankees. Thanks to Mookie Betts.
Oh, yeah, the great Mookie Betts.
Not named after Mookie Wilson. A lot of old Met fans think he was named after Mookie Wilson, but no, Mookie Betts was named after Mookie Blaylock. Remember, Mookie, who's now in jail for a DUI, a manslaughter, I believe. Mookie Blaylock currently incarcerated in the greater Atlanta area, but Mookie Betts named after Mookie Blaylock, not Mookie Wilson. How many Mookies do you know?
2. Mookie Blaylock.
Well, actually 3.
No, it's 3, yeah.
Yeah. So you said 2, but
You're right.
The answer is actually
3. Yes.
Is there any talk show host in America named Mookie?
No, but it would be, to be unique, it would be a good idea.
Would you change your name to Mookie Looney?
No,
you would not.
I got it. I was born with a radio name, Looney. It sounds like a radio name.
That's not your real name.
It works.
Your real name is Schwartz. Tom Schwartz. That is your real name. Don't lie, Tom. Come on. Do not lie to us.
I was born with a radio name, Big Ben.
Yeah, okay.
But we do have a friend named Dave Smith. And I've always told him that the thing that's hurt his career is his name. Sounds like he's checking into a motel.
You need a nickname.
He needed a good nickname. It's hurt his career over the years.
Like in golf, you've got Dustin Johnson. Okay. Is that a real
Dustin Johnson? Yeah, no, it sounds like he's checking into a motel. You're right.
Yeah.
The top 3 Looney Game Show music, please.
Again, you start and end with the game show music.
The top 3 names in America. You get the bell out too. That'd be great. The number 1 surname in America, of course, Smith.
No.
At number 2, Johnson. You know what number 3 is, Big Ben?
Keep it clean.
Do you know what number 3 is, Big Ben?
Williams.
It's Jones.
Jones.
Yes.
All right.
Those are your top 3 surnames in America.
Thank you, Tom. Good use of Google. Appreciate that.
I'm making sure I'm right here.
You're making sure you're right? Okay. Shouldn't you have done that before you did the list?
Yes.
Wouldn't that have been the proper thing?
Yes.
Wouldn't that?
Smith, Johnson, Williams. You were right, Big Ben.
Yeah, just like that.
You ready? Here's the top 5.
Wait a minute. I was right?
Yeah, you were
Williams
right.
was right. I just pulled it out of my...
I was close, though. The top 5. Looney Game Show music, please. If you were the top 5 surnames in America.
Our producer, Coob's checked out. He's allowing you to keep continuing to play the Looney Game Show music.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Williams. Brown. Jones. The top 5.
Are you done now?
Followed by Miller, Davis, Garcia, Rodriguez, and Wilson.
Garcia?
Yes.
Like Eddie Garcia, who works on the Ben Maller show?
He's got a very common name.
Eddie got crushed. We played this game Password. He had a 19-point lead and blew it on Password.
I don't know that you should be playing Password. I might want to check with legal.
It's the word game. No, we play the games until we get a cease and desist like those a-holes at Jeopardy.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Wow.
Here. Absolutely. I hope that show gets canceled. Not. I hope Sports Jeopardy gets canceled, not Jeopardy. Because they never had a problem until that Sports Jeopardy came around. So I hope it gets canceled. Okay. Not that I'm holding a grudge or anything, Tom, because I would never do that.
Straight ahead, Big Ben, and this is just a pre-tease. Straight ahead, Big Ben. I'm going to have the most embarrassing, awkward answer in the history of Jeopardy for you coming up.
Okay. Well, that's exciting, Tom. I look forward to that. Also, when a mascot goes bad. My tease
was better.
No, mine's better. Everyone loves mascots.
We'll find out.
No, we'll find out. We'll do it next.
Golf in the spring.
Let's go while we're young.
Can only mean one thing. The Masters.
Hello, friends.
We cover it for you.
We are Fox Sports.
Sure, going fast is impressive, but performing over the long haul is even more impressive. And for that, there's STP. Each bottle of STP Complete Fuel System Cleaner in your tank helps remove power-robbing deposits to restore performance and keep your engine running better longer. Because greatness isn't just measured in seconds. True greatness is measured in years. STP, in for the long haul.
Yeah, deer are cute. They star in movies and show up as furry toys. But when they ruin your plants, they're not so cute. Get yourself some Ortho Deer Be Gone. Deer Be Gone uses ingredients that deer find downright disgusting. It won't harm them, but the no-stink formula sends them running without smelling horrible to us. Deer Be Gone from Ortho. We don't hurt them. We just chase them. Guaranteed. Learn more about how Deer Be Gone lives up to its name at ortho.com. Use only as directed.
Men, if you're like me,
You appreciate the feeling of a clean, smooth shave from a quality blade. The sort of shave that cuts clean, without the burn. So why are you messing around with generic razors that cost $32 for an 8-pack, when you can shave with Harry's high-quality German-engineered blades for half the price? And if saving money and a clean shave isn't incentive enough, Harry's will give you their starter set, complete with a razor, 3 of their world-famous blades, and shaving cream for just $10. And shipping is always free. We'll also give you $5 off your first order. Our way of saying thank you for trying us. How are we able to save you all this money and still give you the best shave you'll ever enjoy? By owning the factory that manufactures them. That's how. So go to harrys.com right now and enter code 6699 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 6699.
Ooh, a xylophone. Sounds dreamy.
Yeah, they don't make them like this anymore, Robin. I'm shipping it to the Musical Historical Society.
And you're packing it like that?
What, this won't work?
Why don't you take it to the Personal Service Center at the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street in Ocala? Just look for the yellow signs.
Great idea. That'll save me a lot of time.
The passing of time.
Personal Service Center makes sending packages easy.
And quick, call 789-6683
for the Personal Service Center.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Hi, Danny Warfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Real estate is the largest and most personal investment that any of us will ever make. Be sure to tune in Tuesdays at 10 a.m. when Bob Kennedy, owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty, will be answering your questions and discussing real estate. So remember, that's Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Call 622-9622 with your questions. It pays to be an informed buyer or seller. This is news you can use from Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty and your friends here at WOCA.
Enjoy a round of golf on one of Central Florida's finest courses and help a great cause Monday, May 11th, when Life South Community Blood Centers hosts a golf tournament to benefit the 5 Points of Life Foundation. The scramble will be held at Golden Ocala with registration and lunch at 11 and a shotgun start at 12:30. The cost is $200 per person, which includes a player gift package. To register, call Life South at 352-224-1728 or visit 5pointsoflife.org.
When you hear this sound, you know we're giving you the breaking news that you need.
Hit that sound again!
Followed by the breaking news.
We've got breaking news. Breaking that news.
Breaking news. We have breaking news with Dan Byer.
Give me a little breaking news.
We got breaking news.
Can I get it one more time?
Boom. Breaking news.
We are Fox Sports!
The Ultimate Fighter returns to Fox Sports 1 on April 22nd with the American Top Team versus the Black Zillions in the 21st edition of the series. The top welterweight men from both teams will square off to determine the winner of the Ultimate Fighter Team Trophy.
It's the Blitz on Fox Sports Radio. Big Ben Maller and Tom Looney. Everything you would want to know and talk about weekend sports is right here with Big Ben and me.
Well, there is a good rivalry. Tom, stop BSing. There's a good rivalry in the NBA between the Rockets and the Spurs,
yes,
right?
There is.
Two
Western
good
Conference
NBA teams.
Last night. It was an outstanding game for that 2 spot in the West.
They went mano a mano on Friday night.
Came down to the final shot.
A vine, that's inside internet lingo time, a vine went, I don't know, viral, but everyone was kind of having a laugh at it. The Houston Rockets mascot, Clutch. Clutch took, I don't know if you can see this, Tom, he ran, this was broadcast on NBA TV, he ran over and nailed a Spurs fan in the face with a cake, right? And people, this has been seen, 268,000 times on loops on the Vine, right? So this is just very, very big.
It was quite the right cross, actually.
Yeah. I much like Penn and Teller, the great musicians that reveal the great secrets of magic, I will now reveal for the first time on Fox Sports Radio what took place. This is what we like to call, Tom, a paid fan.
Okay.
This is a paid. That guy, that's a ringer, is what that guy in the Spurs here. There's no way the legal department for the San Antonio Spurs would allow their mascot to take a running head start and nail a guy in the face with a cake.
It's the Houston Rockets, isn't it?
Or the Houston Rockets, rather. What did I say? Bad job by me. But
the Spurs.
That's a bad job. No, but the guy wearing the Spurs jersey was I will bet my life, Tom. I will bet my life that guy was a paid
Almost
fan.
like on YouTube when you see some tragic event and then you realize it was completely staged by Hollywood people.
Yes, it was. That was done
for young filmmakers to show that they can fool us.
That is correct. That is correct.
So what was great last night was this game between the San Antonio Spurs and the Houston Rockets for that 2 spot in the West. Came right down to the final shot.
Ariza gets it out front to Harden. Harden taking the left side, driving inside. Runner blocked by Duncan. Duncan's got the ball. Outlet comes to Green. This ball game is over. Tim Duncan secures the win for the Spurs by blocking James Harden. And the Spurs have won their 10th straight. The final score from Houston. Spurs 104. Rockets 103.
That's Bill Schoening, WOAI San Antonio with the word pictures, Big Ben. And did you see that last play? That was the worst foul. I love.
Why you got to bring up the referees?
I love.
Why you got to bring up the referees? It's not college basketball.
Well, I'm going to compliment them.
Okay.
I love when they swallow the whistle at the end of a game. I love it.
Like that.
Yes.
So that
and our executive producer, a San Antonio Spurs fan, would like to object to my 2020 vision.
Now there are coaches that will say that if it's a foul in the first quarter, it should be a foul in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I get that.
It's a foul.
But it's just like
foul's a foul.
Just like they don't call holding in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
I like when they swallow the whistle in the last 5 seconds of the game. I like it.
And here's the if everyone's freaked out because men's college basketball
and I don't like
sucks.
the Spurs, but go ahead and swallow that whistle.
Well, no, I want to talk about officiating because men's college basketball sucks because you know how they say there's a foul on every play? Well, in men's college basketball, they pretty much call a foul on every play, right? They do. The officials are just ignorant fools. They just call fouls all the time.
And you, being a lover of cardio, if you're at the gym and you're on the treadmill and there's 2 minutes left at a college basketball game, especially during March Madness,
get a 45-minute workout.
Exactly. Yep.
There's no question about it. And so yes, like in the NFL, you could, if you go by the letter, instead of the spirit of the law, if you go by the letter of the law, there is holding on every play. Someone, whether it's a defensive back, a linebacker's being held.
Or a penalty of some kind. Yeah,
you can call a penalty on every play. Now, should you call a penalty on every play? Should you be a letter of the rule book and say, hey, every there's a penalty everywhere? No. It's the spirit of the law, right? Spirit of the law, spirit of the rule book.
Back in the day, at some point, the brilliance of Bill Belichick, and I don't say that very easily because I don't like him. Bill Belichick, before they were underdogs.
They were playing the St. Louis Rams, the greatest show on turf. Kurt Warner, the high-flying Rams, Marshall
Faulk. And he told his guys, hold. They're going to freak them out, but they don't call holding in the Super Bowl, and we're going to kick some ass.
Michael Holley, who's now he used to be a writer for the Boston Herald, I think, Boston Globe. I think it was the Herald, and he is now a radio hack in Boston, but he wrote a book about the Patriots and explained Belichick's strategy prior to that game between the Patriots and the Rams, and it did, and no one, the Patriots were like, what were they, 14-point underdogs or something like that in that game. Nobody gave them a shot against the Rams because Tom Brady had come out of nowhere, and he was not all that good. That was the year that the Tuck game took place, where the Patriots snuck into the Super Bowl because of the Tuck
changed
rule.
the course of history.
And let's get Lincoln Kennedy's thoughts on that.
Oh, man.
My man, like,
well, what's strange is when you take a look at that franchise has almost never recovered from that moment. Fast forward to the Super Bowl. Will the Seattle Seahawks ever recover from that blunder at the end of the Super Bowl? Will they ever recover from that? Well, a lot of times franchises don't. What's lucky about the Seahawks is they play in that division. They're still probably the best team, but still, will they recover from that?
Yeah. Well,
maybe not.
Be careful about that, because I said the same thing about the Spurs when they lost to Miami in Game 7, and then they came back and won the championship the next year.
Yeah,
so
but there's a lot of examples, Music City Miracle and everything else, where teams just never come back.
But isn't that the logic, like the SI jinx, right? Sports Illustrated, back when that used to mean something.
Right.
Before social media.
When it was a magazine,
when it mattered.
Like
when that was
we
a
were
big
little
thing.
boys, we used to cut up the pictures and put them up on our wall.
Like the SI jinx, the theory was, an SI writer told me this one thing. We put guys on at the very top of their athletic prowess when they've done something really amazing or their team's done something amazing. And generally, you don't stay at that level. You go down. So the SI jinx is really just the up and down of athletic competition, where you're not going to stay at this peak level all the time. But the Western Conference playoff matchups, if the playoffs started right now, Tom, if the playoffs started right now,
Looney Game Show music, please.
You would have the number 1 seed Golden State Warriors. They would play New Orleans.
Okay.
So you'd have that. Boy, the Pelicans, would they be able to hang with Golden State?
No.
Would Anthony Davis be able to go crazy?
The thing I like about that game is the nation can see what an amazing basketball player Anthony Davis is.
Well, it is
He's
a
had an
series,
outstanding
actually.
year.
It's a series,
But
though.
they could
It's
see
not
that series. They would see what a great player he is. He's had an outstanding year. Too bad he's stuck in New Orleans and nobody's seen him.
And right now,
tree fall in the forest.
The 2-7 matchup. And this is subject to change because it's a just moving things around there at the top. You got Memphis at 54-25.
Yes.
They would be the 2 seed, and they would play the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah. I would give Dallas a shot against Memphis.
Memphis will win that game 4-0.
They win that series. I'll help you out on that.
Sorry. Thank you.
And then you got San Antonio and Houston. We just saw them play.
That'll be a great series.
Last night, and San Antonio and Houston would be the matchup. And then you got Portland and the Clippers.
That's also going to be an outstanding series. But watch out. Remember my words. Watch out for the Memphis Grizzlies. I think the Memphis Grizzlies may be the only team that can take out the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Whether they end up at a 2 seed or a 6 seed.
It is something we should mention.
Which they could end up a 6 seed if they lose tonight.
I just had a light bulb go off in my head or a voice in my head.
Okay.
That tells me that if Memphis loses, and they will lose to the Clippers at the downtown Hoop Dojo, as my friend Vic the Brick says in Los Angeles.
My voice.
Memphis, if they lose, when they lose to the Clippers, they will slide all the way down to the 6 seed.
Did you realize I just said that?
No, I was talking to a voice in my head.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Yeah. I wasn't listening. I was not listening to you. I did nothing you said interested me at all.
Okay.
We are on Twitter at Ben Maller. That's at Ben Maller.
Twitter.com at Looney on Fox.
People are now tweeting us fun facts, by the way.
Oh, good.
Fun facts like this. Eric wrote in, he says, fun fact, speaking of Mookie Blaylock, Pearl Jam's original name was Mookie Blaylock, and their debut album, 10, is named after his number.
That is true.
Mookie Blaylock. How long is he in jail for? Can you look that up, Looney? Mookie Blaylock. I know he's involved in an accident.
Now,
he's in jail.
Big Ben, I have done my copious research. Looney's big board is ready for Major League Baseball. I made it before the season started, and then you took some days off. I've got Looney's big board, and I've got 20 questions for Big Ben about the Major League Baseball season, just to help you shine, because I know you're a lover.
I don't think I took any
of
time
America's
off. I don't know what
pastime.
you're talking about. I mean, I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm going to talk about the present.
Would you like to do that coming up, Big Ben?
No, I don't, because I want to talk to Bob Nightingale, Mr. Baseball, Bobby Baseball, Bob Nightingale. He's been on the beat for a long time.
Is he going to be with us coming up next?
Not only is Bob Nightingale going to be with us through the magic of phone technology, thank you, Graham Bell, we will have the voice of the one and only Bob Nightingale, and we will find out the Washington Nationals. Is it just injuries, or are they overrated? They lost to the Phillies last night.
Popular pick for popular people to win 100 games. How's that going?
We will make some knee-jerk reactions after less than a week of the baseball season. We'll do it in 60 seconds, but first, let's find out what's trending.
21-year-old Jordan Spieth has seized control of the Masters. He has a 5-shot lead at a record 14 under par through 36 holes and will tee off round 3 today at 2:55 Eastern.
Very pleased. I mean, to have one bogey through 36 holes is, on this track means that I'm putting well. I'm putting from short distance as well. And, I've just got to keep my head down and find greens and regulations so that I can continue to have looks.
In baseball, less than 11 hours after their 19-inning game ended early this morning, the Yankees and Red Sox are at it again. They are scoreless in the top half of the second inning. Alex Rodriguez has already committed an error, though, at first base. Go! Elsewhere, the Cincinnati Reds have a 1-0 lead over the St. Louis Cardinals in the top half of the second inning on a home run by Todd Frazier. Out goes Frazier. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
We are Fox Sports.
They are high-fiving on pit road.
Today on Fox.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is live from Texas Motor Speedway for the Duck Commander 500.
Race day gets you started at 6 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1.
Don't miss the race live at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Only on Fox.
It's the Blitz on Fox Sports Radio. Ben Maller and Tom Looney.
Hi, Big Ben.
Well, A-Rod's committed an error. Are the Yankees going to fine him and take money away out of his contract? Is that
A-Rod has had a surprising season for some.
Surprising season? They haven't even played a week. What are you surprising season? You're an idiot. All right.
I want to emphasize the positive before it all goes downhill.
We are coming to you live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. It's easy to save 15% or more on your car insurance with Geico. Just go to geico.com. Give them a call, 800-947-AUTO. The only hard part.
Figuring out which way is easier. That's the only hard part.
The Yankees and Red Sox playing after the 19-inning marathon. Also, Cincinnati. The Cincinnati Reds, who aren't supposed to be that good, right? Cincinnati not projected by the pundits to be all that good.
No, I have them in the cellar at Looney's big board.
Reds are off to a 4-0 start.
Traded away their pitchers for suspects.
And Cincinnati is beating the St. Louis Cardinals early 1-0 at home at the Great American Ballpark. However, the Cardinals are threatening. And it is on. We're watching the Fox Sports St. Louis feed, right? Fox Sports Midwest feed of the Cardinals and the Reds.
Hey, Gasbag, we have a guest.
All right, right now though, let's go to the Progressive Insurance Celebrity Hotline.
Fire up our baseball music,
This
Jeff.
guy is a man. Anytime there's big baseball news, this guy's all over it. Usually breaking it. Bob Nightingale from the USA Today checking in with us on that Progressive Insurance Celebrity Hotline. Welcome in, Bob. I would like to make some knee-jerk reactions. Why are the Chicago White Sox terrible? They're 0-4. I know it's only been less than a week, but what's going on with the White Sox? They were supposed to be pretty good.
They were. I'm sure there's a little panic setting in up there, even though it's the first week. I saw them play the opener, and they're playing sloppy, and they're not pitching, not in the clutch, and we'll see what happens. But it's imperative for those guys to get to a good start, because in that town, people don't show up for White Sox games unless they win.
Yes.
And it's a bad way to start, particularly in your home opener and shut up at Twins.
And I'm worried about Hawk Harrelson because he sounds very depressed during the White Sox games now, and I don't like that. The White Sox announcer, he sounds bummed out.
Yes, I like the effusive Hawk Harrelson.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. When the White Sox do well, there's nothing like them. I mean, they'll go nuts on the air.
Bob Nightingale joins us from USA Today, and Bob. A couple of things. First of all, last night's Yankees-Red Sox game not included. Let's say, for conversation's sake, they succeed in speeding up baseball games, and every game ends in 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I'm a TV executive. Am I happy that I've paid millions of dollars for the rights to broadcast a Major League Baseball game, and I'm losing 30 minutes worth of commercial revenue 162 nights a year?
No, you probably want 3 hours. 3 hours is actually, about the perfect time, at least 245, 250. That way, you can do your post-game show and wrap it up.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, certainly, and I'm sure the owners won't be happy either because it cuts down on the beer sales. You don't have enough time to grab the two cold one.
Yeah. Hey, who's going to have the biggest meltdown, Bob? Because it's coming, right? They're sending out letters right now. That story came out this week, and there's a lot of old graybeards that have been around a while that don't like the new rules, and they start finding guys who if you were to predict like a couple of guys who are just going to have a meltdown when they start finding guys, who do you think is most likely going to be?
It's got to be David Ortiz, right? I mean, he was the one popping off about it when spring training started. He was by far the most vocal. So if he gets a letter, he gets fined, we'll hear about it in a heartbeat.
We're talking to Bob Nightingale, USA Today. Bob, the popular pick for popular people was for the Washington Nationals to win 100 games this year. How are they looking so far, Bob?
They're playing like October baseball, playoff baseball.
Right.
Achieving big time. And you know what? The lineup isn't that good. When you saw those guys, it's like, okay, yeah, the division's weak, but they got some holes. Yeah, they have a great starting rotation. They got to score some runs. And, just when you have Dan Uggla and you're starting a lineup at second base, when this guy was out of baseball, you got some problems.
Yeah, they also have some injuries. Our producer is a big Nationals apologist, so he's trying to defend the team that they have a lot of injuries. We're talking with Bob Nightingale from the USA Today, talking some baseball here on Fox Sports Radio. Now, Team Tank, we don't have a lot of Team Tanks in baseball. That's a basketball term. But Atlanta, it would seem, by everything I read, Bob, everyone in baseball is like, hey, they're just kind of treading water supposedly till they get a new stadium in suburbia. In a couple years, they traded away Craig Kimbrell right before the year.
Jason Hayward.
It's only been a week, less than a week, but they're playing some pretty good ball right now. Is this just a mirage? Will they end up being bad? Or what do you think of the Braves?
Yeah, I think just a mirage. I mean, the old joke, break up the Braves. Well, they've already been broken up, but there's not too many more pieces that can sell off. And, yeah, I mean, they're playing some nice baseball, but it just is not going to last. So far they have not missed Kimbrell. I mean, Jason Grilly's been perfect, 3 for 3 so far in save opportunities.
Bob, we have a new commish. It means new Pete Rose talk. What do you think should happen, and what are you hearing?
Well, I think the three of us have a better chance to, be in the Hall of Fame than Pete, at least at this time. He's going to listen, but there's no way in the world he's going to reinstate Pete Rose. It's up to the Hall of Fame. As long as he's banned from baseball, the Hall of Fame says we're not going to put him on the ballot. So I don't think anything changes. Yeah, it's been a long time, but it's not like Rob Manfred's going to come in and change completely, what Bud Selig had done the last 22 years. They're too closely aligned. So, if Rose gets in, I think he will one day. I just don't think he'll be alive to see it.
Yeah, and what's going to happen with the gambling? Because I feel like we're moving towards a point where everything's going to be opened up, and they're going to try. That's the next great financial frontier when they've sucked every dollar out of television is the online gambling. If they can get that regulated in the U.S., they're already doing it with the daily fantasy leagues. I've been told by people this could happen within the next 5 or 10 years, Bob. What would baseball do? Would they be on board with gambling, like actual gambling on the games?
I can't see if they would. I know the NBA started with the talk there and everything else, and obviously it's huge for NFL. I don't see baseball going along with it. The total baseball is you start that, and just like when Pete Rose was gambling, you can burn out your bullpen and knowing you're going to lose the next day, and there's just too many things you can change. I think we open up a huge Pandora's box here.
Taking a look at every division in Major League Baseball, Bob.
Every division?
Yeah, probably.
That's a lot of divisions.
Yes, well, yeah.
6 divisions.
I'm starting with the macro, going to end with the micro.
Okay.
Probably the safest bet in any division is the Cards and the NL Central.
Maybe. Probably I would still say the Nationals, but your Cards and Pirates, I think it's almost a flip of a coin between these two teams. I like the Cardinals, but I think Pittsburgh will be right there with them every step of the way.
Yeah, Andrew McCutcheon's still playing for the Pirates, so that always makes him a contender. Last I checked.
We have one of the best young players in the game, but they're good. I mean, they the playoffs the last 2 years, they're not going away.
Talking with Bob Nightingale, USA Today baseball guy. He's checking in with us here on Fox Sports Radio. Now, everyone had pegged the Philadelphia Phillies as the worst team in baseball, and they certainly look like that, although they're 2-2 the first 4 games of the year. But I know you travel all over the place, but I believe your epicenter is still you come from the Twin Cities. The Twins, their lineup, my God, Bob, this is not a dynamic offensive baseball team. Is that a 100-loss team in Minnesota?
What you got against Torrey Hunter?
It'd be close, yeah. At least 95. I would say 95, at least 90. They're actually a better team with the pitching, but of course, when the injuries happened, and then of course the drug suspension for Urban Santana, that was a huge blow. Nolasco and their lousy outing. So you're talking about their 2 biggest signings the last 2 years. Nolasco and Santana so far blown up in their face.
Yeah, when Santana got suspended, the first thing I thought was, Who's going to guard the cellar? they're in the American League Central.
You got to protect that, yes. All right. Well, Bob, thanks for coming on, man. You do a great job. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bob.
Sure, my pleasure. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. Bob Nightingale, USA Today. We thank him for joining us on the Progressive Insurance Celebrity Hotline as we await. Well, boy, I'm looking at the leaderboard here. We're going to be here until this show goes till 4 o'clock Eastern time.
Right.
And if you look at your tee time for Jordan Spieth, he tees off at 2:55. So we'll get a little bit of him. We'll get a little bit of him.
A few bites of him.
You'll get a little taste of that. Charlie Hoffman also, the great Charlie Hoffman. Do you have any fun facts about Charlie Hoffman?
He's a big fella, Big Ben.
He's a big guy.
Yes.
He eats a nice meal.
If he were elected president, he would be the second largest after William Howard Taft.
Does he eat?
Very large person.
Does he eat 10 pounds of food a day like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson? Do you know that? The Rock.
10 pounds of food?
Yeah, he eats 10. You didn't read that story this week? What's wrong with you, Tom?
No,
By the way, there's
a foodie I am.
You are able to turn the ringer off on your phone, Tom. I don't know if you know that, but you can actually do that. All right, very good. We will we'll press on, Tom.
Yes.
The New York Yankees getting a Hollywood film, but it's like no other sports film ever made. We'll get to that, and we'll do it next.
April 30th.
Can you perform under pressure?
The biggest event will be live from Chicago. Bam! And we've got it covered.
I just want to let y'all know I love it here. Yeah!
The 2015 NFL Draft.
Okay, football fans.
It's right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Geico presents Fan Mail to a Pig.
Dear Maxwell, I just want to say thank you for making my Geico Insurance ID card digital. It's easy to find on the app. It doesn't give me paper cuts, and I always have it on hand because it's on my phone. Because of this, I finally cleaned out my glove box, which was filled with years of paper ID cards. Any thought on what I should put in my glove box now? Sincerely, Trent Patterson. Trent, what can you put in the glove box? Here's a crazy thought. How about gloves?
Digital insurance ID cards, just a tap away on the Geico app.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Can you grab the black mamba out of the glove compartment and put it on the dash?
What?
Never mind. I'll get it.
Seriously? A rubber snake?
Better safe than sorry, man.
You try hard to protect your car. Why not make sure your engine is also protected with a regular oil change with motor oil and filters from AutoZone? Right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil motor oil and an STP oil filter for just $21.99. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing.
Chip, you never cease to amaze me. What in the world are you building with all those sticks and cardboard?
Well, Mr. Marketing Guy, I'm making signs to announce the great lease offers at Ford Lincoln of Ocala and Village Ford of Bellevue.
Really? What do you plan on calling it?
Sign and Ride. Get it?
That's not how it works. Sign and Ride is all about fantastic lease offers on Fusions, Escapes, Fiestas, Explorers, and remaining 2014 Focuses.
Wait a minute. If I understand correctly, Sign and Ride would mean 0 down payment?
Right.
0 first month's payment?
Right again.
And 0 due at signing?
Now you're on the right track. Don't waste time. Head to Ford Lincoln of Ocala and Village Ford of Bellevue today and see how easy it can be to drive off in America's favorite brand.
And if you're planning to buy a new Ford, 0% financing for 72 months on select new 2015 Fords.
Whether you buy or lease, now's the best time to head to Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue, your family of Ford dealerships where we've got what it takes.
Not all buyers or models qualify for sign and ride offer or 0% financing. See dealer for complete details.
Are you wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars on termite retreat fees? If you're not with Turner Pest Control, you probably are. Turner Pest Control offers the industry's only termite and pest control package that never charges retreat fees, ever. You can get started today for only $99. This is a value of $500 or more. This includes treatments, installation of monitoring stations, quarterly pest control, and a lifetime guarantee, all for an unbelievable low $99. Even if you have another pest control provider, visit turnerpest.com to find out how you can avoid paying those high termite retreat fees.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident for tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, low 67 to 69. Tomorrow, warm with clouds and sun. You'll see a shower or thunderstorm. High 86 to 88. Tomorrow night, a shower or thunderstorm. Low 66 to 68. Sunday, high 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Andy Robb.
Legally Yours, brought to you by Fuller & Fuller Attorneys at Law. On the air every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. with John Fuller, a board-certified civil trial lawyer for over 25 years. John welcomes your questions, from business to complex family matters to legal disputes. So tune in every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. for Legally Yours with John Fuller, right here on WOCA 1370 AM and 96.3 FM, The Source.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
This is the story. Weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. When you miss your favorite show,
that's bad. That's really bad.
Relax. There's no need to go crazy.
Are you mental? That was a definite crazy one right there.
Just podcast it. It's real easy.
This is a simple solution.
Go to foxsportsradio.com. foxsportsradio.com. Click listen.
Listen.
Then click podcast.
Everything neatly falls into place.
All of your favorite shows are just a click away.
We are Fox Sports.
This is
The one is on.
Fox Sports 1.
I know you want me, you know I want you.
America's new sports network.
Go to foxsports1.com to find the channel number for Fox Sports 1 in your area.
It's the Fox Sports Blitz on Fox Sports Radio.
It's my job to come back,
about
Tom.
the
I
Masters.
get to talk first, not you. It's a bad job by you.
Some of the headlines at this hour. Johnny Manziel getting released from rehab. There are reports Fox Sports Radio has learned that that'll be happening.
You've learned from reading it on the internet. All right. Well, Jordan Spieth, he's not going to tee off for about an hour and 8 minutes. Tick, 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 tick. That's when the leaders will tee off. 2:55 Eastern time. And also coming up within the hour, we'll have all the top guys. Justin Rose, Dustin Johnson throughout the day. Now, Rory McIlroy is at 4 under. He has he's on the way up, Tom, as they like to say. He's at 2 under.
I thought he was the next Tiger.
He's 2 under today.
Okay.
So he's 4 under. Remember, here's what's going to happen. Let me put on my golf insider cap.
Okay.
Because that's how I operate.
I know, because sometimes you go to the driving range.
Yeah,
so
I have gone to the driving range.
If it's free.
In fact, I bought a $6 golf club from Walmart, so I am a golf guy.
And you'll golf for free if you wear the right clothes every once in a while.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Well, that's an inside joke. Let the listener know what I'm talking about.
So I was at an Indian last week. I was supposed to do the show from a remote location because I was at an Indian casino gambling. Right? I was gambling all weekend, and so I got to the casino. And they had a really nice golf course. And so I thought, well, I'll go over and I'll hit some balls at the driving range. I'll play a round of golf. They said it was free if you stay at the resort. So I get there.
Does it rhyme with Pachunga?
It could be, yeah. Okay. So I get there, and I'm like, okay. I show up. All right, I'm here to play golf. And the guy's like, do you have a collared shirt? Do you have slacks? And I'm like, well, no, I'm on vacation. Why would I wear that? So, well, we can't allow you in, sir.
Yeah.
We can't allow you in. I was like, really? It's the problem with golf. As long as you got a thong on, you should be able to play golf. How about that?
Well, it's a very country club atmosphere.
I don't
that
like
sport,
it.
I
don't like that hidey-tidy nonsense, or hoity-toity, excuse me. Jordan Spieth. Here's what's going to have to happen. Jordan Spieth's going to have to he's going to have to lose about 4 or 5 shots. So let's get him down to 10 under or 9 under par. So that means he's going to have to go 5 over, right? This round today, 5 over. That'll get him down to 9 over. That'll give
9
you
under.
9 under rather. That'll get you a shot. And then if you're Tiger Woods or these other, you got to get to about 5 or 6 under. The goal would be 6 under par. Like Phil Mickelson is at 6 under. He's going to tee off at 2:35 Eastern time. That's a good spot. Like if you're 6 under or 7 under, you're right there. Because
I told you about Greg Norman's meltdown back in the day, Big Ben. He once said his meltdown was bogey at 9, 10, and 11. And then he was just done after that psychologically.
But if Jordan Spieth, if this guy just goes out and plays par, right? He just that's it. Then no one's catching. No one's going to get to 15 under par. Forget about it. Not going to happen. If that happens, Tom, I'll sign up for a country club. How about that?
Oh, yeah, right.
I'll spend the money.
They've got to accept you first, Big Ben.
Oh, they would accept me. Come on, I'm a respected member of the Sports Talk Radio fraternity, the Brotherhood of Sports Radio. Who would not want me part of their country club?
Now, Big Ben.
Yes. I got to pay off my tees, Tom. I know
okay, pay off your tees.
Well, the latest Hollywood movie is being worked on by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. It's a baseball film Now, usually baseball films are real sappy, kids' movies and all that.
Sports films aren't always that good.
Yeah. This is a sports film about wife swapping. But remember the 1973 Yankees?
Well, long before our time, Big Ben, but this was a big scandal back in the day. And
a couple of Yankee pitchers, they made a trade with their wives.
They swapped wives.
Were there kids involved? Were they thrown in as players to be named later? Was that part of the...
No, they weren't.
Okay. And this guy...
obviously, no one was thinking about the children in that particular case, which is usually the case when it comes to divorce.
Yeah. Now, Fritz Peterson, this happened in 1973.
Let me rephrase that, which is always the case when it comes to divorce.
Yeah. Fritz Peterson, who was one of the pitchers of the Yankees, still married to the wife that he swapped, that he got in return from his teammate.
Glad it worked out for the guy.
Kikich? Is that his name? Mike Kikich, the pitcher for the Yankees, the other guy? Is that his name, Tom?
And they're going. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But the scandal was pretty big. And in the day of it wasn't the digital age, so people didn't make the rounds the way it would now in terms of humor and mocking and et cetera. So it'll probably make a pretty good movie, considering a lot of people are going to say that happened when what.
Well, and since Fritz Peterson, the one pitcher who's still married to the wife that he got in return from his teammate, the other guy, this guy, we'll call him Kikich, although it might be wrong. He is now upset. He lives in New Mexico,
right?
And he's not married to the woman he got in the trade, so the trade did not work.
He's upset about the prospect of the movie?
He's not happy, and from what I'm being told here, Tom, has not agreed to cooperate with Ben Affleck and the development company for the film.
They don't need his cooperation to make a movie.
And he's also now trying to persuade several former teammates to do the same. Now, here's the key question, Tom. You're connected in Hollywood.
Right.
You've been part of the movie business before. Here's the question. Will the New York Yankees allow their logo to be used in a movie about wife-swapping teammates? Can you make this movie without the Yankees?
Looney Game Show music.
Aren't the Yankees the star?
We have...
Let's go to Tom Looney for the answer.
We have yes and no in terms of whether or not the New York Yankees will allow their logo to be used in a true story about two of their players swapping wives. I would say no, that they're not going to let their logo
So you would... Then you'd have some generic team. That wouldn't work. I think it's got to be the Yankees.
It wouldn't. So we'll see if that works out.
Interesting.
He doesn't have to cooperate. And they can still
he's not. This guy's no. I know that.
They can still get an incredible movie done, and
because there's been a book written about it.
You know what they do to protect themselves at the end of the movie? They always run the disclaimer that says this movie is based on fictional events and any similarity to anybody living or dead. Blah 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 blah. Even when it's based on a true story, they always put that at the end to protect themselves.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. There you go. By the way, Tom, I've been made into a centaur. Bentar. You see that right there?
That's really. I like that.
You like that?
Yes.
I make a poster of that like A-Rod.
Retweet that so people know what we're talking about.
I retweeted it. If you go to my Twitter feed, @BenMallard, these guys, Morbo and Kiff, Really good. Really
Ben,
good. They come up with Photoshop.
You give me a lot of crap about
They're in Arkansas.
my ego and being a narcissist.
Yes.
I've never retweeted a compliment. I think that's so high school. Hey, you got a great show. Click a retweet. Oh, my God.
Wow.
So,
not that you're holding a grudge or anything,
But, because of that beautiful piece of art someone made you?
Yeah.
I am.
Would you like to be a centaur?
Yes.
Would you like a Looney centaur?
Yes.
Tom wants to be.
Cool.
All right, Morbo and Kiff, send Looney.
Yes.
They'll hook you up.
That's the most normal thing I thought about, Alex.
Oh, yeah. They will. And I know you, Tom. Yeah. One thing I know about Looney, that will be in your house. Not that I've ever been to your house, but if Morbo and Kiff make a centaur of Tom Looney, I'm telling you, you're going to put that prime right when you come in the front door.
I'll blow it up and put it on canvas.
All you have is pictures of you in your house, by the way. That's crazy.
We are Buzzworth! Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license? At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Call today. 861-7484.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Fresh pressed juice, blends made with beets especially, can build up on your teeth, and as little as one juice a day could stain your smile permanently. A contaminated stethoscope pressed against the skin of a healthy patient probably won't cause a problem. I love that. Thanks for the probably. If we indulge ourselves in a few extra hits of the snooze button or a long mid-afternoon nap, we're just creating a template for our brain to stay awake in the middle of the night.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with